setting this event up. It was really beautifully done. We really appreciate it. You guys did a great job. You've given us a lot of fun, and we're very proud to be here with you guys. I also want to thank the original corporate partners, 16 corporations that bought the team here, stood behind the team, and made it the iconic team it is today. And the players who are here and the executives, whether you played one game or worked 1 hour, you're part of the Whaler history. And we love you just as much, whether one game or 1 hour. But most importantly, I want to thank you people, the fans. Everybody asks me what makes Hartford Whalers so special, and it's you people that are sitting in the stands. You supported us in the early 80s when we suffered on the ice. I think once I was even hung in effigy, and I think I kind of deserved it. But you really were extraordinary from game one right on through. And you deserve to have a team. You got a great team in the Wolfpack. Keep fighting hard, keep believing, and who knows what'll happen in the future. God bless you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Howard. And I think all of us are so indebted to him and his group that brought this team here 50 years ago. Let's hear it for Howard Baldwin. Now, let's direct your attention to the rafters as we now unveil a special banner marking this historic evening.
Sponsors that helped with tonight's celebration. And now, it's time to meet the current team of Hartford Hockey.
Stepped in by Doug Roberts for Petrov. And the Whalers have taken the lead by a score of 1-0.
50 years ago today, the Hartford Civic Center opened its doors, becoming the heartbeat of a city, the home of legends, and the stage for unforgettable moments.
Their first ever Calder Cup championship.
The Obsidian shot, score! Serious winner! Got that in on the right wing sideline, shot glove down to Ming. He's gonna go for it. Moving to Ming to the empty net to seal the playoff. He scores!
Today, it continues to be more than an arena. It's a symbol of tradition, resilience, and the future. With every season, every cheer, and every goal, the pack is growing. Because this isn't just about where we've been. It's about where we're going. Renovated. Revitalized.
Stops the position, scores!
Reimagined.
Hartford is off and running. Korzak to Sakura to the goal, score!
We're ready to bring you even more world-class sports, unforgettable concerts, unique experiences, always with you by our side. Together, we'll continue to create memories that last a lifetime, because this is Hartford.
Stepped in by...
And now, please welcome to the ice your Hartford Wolfpack. Here is the starting lineup for your Hartford Wolfpack. On defense, number 23, Victor Mancini. And number 58, Brandon Scanlon. At left wing, number 10, Adam Sikora. On right wing, number 38, Ryder Korzak. At center, number 16, Jake Lecision. And in goal, number 70, Louis Domingue. Please welcome the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors. Please welcome tonight's color guard, the Connecticut Statewide Honor Guard. And now, presenting tonight's big flag, please welcome Pleasant Valley School. And now, please direct your attention to section 225. Here to perform God Bless America, please welcome Hopewell School. Ladies and gentlemen, Hopewell School. And now, please direct your attention to the ice. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Noah Wallace School.
Mancini, a shot, scores! Berard, Belzile, Berard to the goal, scores! Decision, a shot, bleed down low, scores! Anton Bleed!
And now for tonight's play-by-play call of the action, here's Alex Thomas. An historic night here in downtown Hartford as the 50th anniversary of professional hockey in this city celebrated. A great ceremony tonight. Excellent work by Chuck Caton, our MC here this evening, and a great job of the whole Wolfpack organization really getting this together on this special night. It's a great crowd just looking out from this broadcast booth. Very exciting to be here and an honor to have the call for you of this game here tonight. The alumni returning to the ice for the ceremonial puck drop will meet your starting goaltenders. In goal for the Wolfpack, it's Louis Domingue. He's 4-9-2 with an .888 save percentage and a .364 goals against average in 14 games played this year. He's also got 2 assists. He'll 10 goal to our broadcast right. In goal to our broadcast left, Parker Gahagan is 3-1-1 with an .881 save percentage and a 3.38 goals against average in 7 starts this season. He'll 10 goal to our broadcast left. The Phantoms will go left to right across your screen. The Wolfpack right to left. The Wolfpack in their specialty dark blue jerseys, the white letters and numbers outlined in gold. The Phantoms in their white uniforms, the white letters on a black nameplate, black numbers outlined in orange. The Wolfpack will start tonight with Jake Precision between Adam Sikora and Ryder Korzak with Scanlon and Mancini in the blue line. It'll be Gardner between Wilson and Fury for the Phantoms. Andre and Grans on the point. And fitting it is Jake Precision, whose father Curtis played here as a Hartford Whaler in the 90s, who gets to start tonight at center ice. There, wait, the Zamboni door is shut, and we are set to go. 50 years ago, it was the Whalers and the Mariners. Tonight, it's the Wolfpack and the Phantoms. And here's to another 50 years. The puck is down. We are underway from the XL Center on this Saturday night. Puck pops out in front. Wilson trying to goal and a save by Domingue on Gardner. Another chance and another save by Domingue as Fury jammed it wide, and a good start early here for the Phantoms as they get a couple of looks in close. Here's Wilson working behind the Wolfpack goal. Dishes it across. A shot from Andre went wide. Gardner, left wing corner, down low for Garrett Wilson. Had it poked off his stick by last night's overtime hero Mancini. Plays it up ahead. Korzak flipped out to center ice, knocked down by Andre. Korzak ridden off by Wilson. Sikora, goal and an assist last night. Finds it at center. He'll fire it into the right wing corner. Andre chasing. Belzile following him closely. Andre into the skates of his D partner Grans. Comes up the left wing boards to the line. Mackey able to keep it in. Sends it down low. Belzile's got Hoffman in front. Belzile shooting and a save by Gahagan from a sharp angle. Puck picked up behind the Phantom goal by Andre. He'll flip it out to center ice off the glove of Casey Fitzgerald, the Wolfpack captain, and whistle dead for a high stick at 18:52 to go in period 1. So the Phantoms get 2 shots in close, and it's that top line, Gardner between Fury and Wilson, who tests Louis Domingue early. Domingue hasn't played for Hartford since the 28th of December. He made 32 saves in a loss here against Providence. That was also Hartford's last home game. But Domingue did play last Sunday for the New York Rangers in Chicago, picked up a win against the Blackhawks. He's 2-0 now in his Ranger career as the Wolfpack will ice it with 18:40 to play in period 1. Domingue making the start. Igor Shesterkin had been on the injured reserve. Domingue getting 1 start as he was working in tandem with Jonathan Quick in New York, and we mentioned he got the win in Chicago against Connor Bedard's Blackhawks. Face off to the right of Domingue, Rodrigo Abels and Alex Belzile will dig in. Abels an assist last night for the Phantoms. He's a point per game. Goal and 3 assists, 4 points in 4 games against Hartford this year. Played last year for Rogel in the SHL. High shot from the point from Adam Ginning. It's off the plexi. Belzile, team leading 11th goal this season last night, tied with Bo Garu, who was recalled with a pair of New York Rangers yesterday. Belzile will head to the AHL All-Star game next month. Dipped out of the zone by Belzile, out to center. This is Ginning trying to force it back into the backhand. He does. Domingue out to settle it. Thought about playing it to Belzile. Now he'll play it into the corner out of the reach of Hoffman. Phantoms gain possession. Louis Belpedio down low, broken up with the Wolfpack captain Casey Fitzgerald, who had an assist last night. He's got 4 points this year against the Phantoms, including his first goal as a member of the Wolfpack on opening night. Connor Mackey forced back into his own zone by Elliot Denoye, who had an assist in the overtime loss last night. Anton Bleed, 3 goals against the Phantoms this year, sends it in. Dylan Robrick chips it back down low. Gleason muscled away from the puck by Bleed. Picked up by Hamelash to the line. Robertson flubbed on the shot. Comes back to the right wing point. Kept in by Chad Ruedel. He'll steer it to the goal and it whistles wide. Kept in left wing by Robertson. Robrick chips it down low. Bleed chasing after it. Gets her ahead of Gleason. Now Bernard working on him. Bleed spins away. Right wing corner. Trying to send it out in front for Hamelash. Broken up with the stick of Massimo Rizzo. Now Ben Gleason, acquired by the Flyers from the Edmonton Oilers for Ronnie Adard back on November the 4th. Gleason had a good year in Bakersfield last year. He'd impressed in training camp last year with Edmonton as well. And did not get into any NHL games last season. He's been a nice addition to the Phantoms blue line. Did not play last night. In fact, this is his first game since January 3rd at Utica. Phantoms have numbers if they hurry through the neutral zone. Here comes Fury on the right wing side. Looking to center it for Wilson. Pass was away from him. Picked up by Gardner in the left wing wall. Sent down low. Broken up by Ben Harper. Off the stick of McConnell Barker into the Phantom zone. Gron's trying to get there ahead of McConnell Barker. He does. Plays it up the boards for Andre. Picked up by Fury. Evades some trouble. Cross ice for Gron's right wing side. He fanned the pass up ahead. Eventually finds the Hartford blue line. Harper, D2D Mancini. Up ahead, this is Korzak. Enters in on the right wing. He'll flip it down low. Korzak was dumped down to the ice. Belpedio picks it up. Banks it off the boards. Comes right to Fury. His pass went off of his stick, eventually finds its way to the Wolfpack line. Ruedel off of Lecision into the Phantom zone. Picking it up is Belpedio. Around the boards, Jacob Gaucher waiting for it. Has earned an NHL contract this year as Gaucher. Career high 14 goals after just 8 as a rookie last year. And that's up and out of play with 16:10 to go in the first period. So the Phantoms had that early jump here in period number 1, but the Wolfpack have settled things down since. Neutral zone draw. Gaucher and Lecision will dig in. It's won by Lecision to the veteran Connor Mackey, who fires it in left wing side. Takes a bounce toward the slot. McConnell Barker for Sikora. They can't connect. Back up top. Ruedel flubbed in the shot. Hamelash now Lecision and his stick lifted by Gaucher, and that allows Gahagan to find it and hang on for a whistle. Gaucher, good work to tie up Jake Lecision. Well, it was Gahagan who ends up covering that up, but Lecision was tied up by Gaucher. That dump in from Mackey took a very weird bounce off the end boards and ended up in the slot area. Lecision and Sikora were there. Face off to the left of Gahagan. Elzeel will dig in. He's centering this line with Suis and Hoffman. Head coach Grant Patolny put them together last night. Phantoms pick it up, carried in. Oscar Eklund trying to center it out in front, went off the skates of Scanlon. Fitzgerald up ahead for Brennan Hoffman, and 2 assists in the opening game of the season against his Phantom team. Belzeel fires a long shot, gloved down by Gahagan, and he won't take any chances with 15:37 to go, and then Suis takes a bump from in close. These two teams, it was physical last night. Phantoms had double the power plays of Hartford 6-3, which you go back and look, and twice the officials took just one player out of a scrum, and both times it was a Wolfpack player. And I don't think that was very reflective of how those scrums went, quite frankly, but it was a physical chippy game last night, and we expect more of the same tonight. Belzeel wins the draw to Casey Fitzgerald. His shot gloved down by Gahagan, with Suis buzzing the tower, trying to get a deflection on that. As this draw will come to the left of Gahagan. Gahagan a season ago, 7-8-3 with a .914 save percentage in 18 games of the Phantoms. He was 10-4 with a .936 in 14 games of the ECHL Reading. Remember, 2 years ago, he was in the Wolfpack organization playing in ECHL Jacksonville, and he was the backup to Dylan Garand as the Wolfpack upset Springfield and Providence in the first round in the division semifinals, respectively, before Louis Domingue returned. And Domingue gloves down that shot from the left wing boards and will hang on for a whistle himself with 15:20 to go. Gahagan played his college hockey at Army West Point. Spot duty this year for the Phantoms. Remember, they started the year with Peterson and Alexei Kolosov. There in Philadelphia Flyers carrying now 3 goalies, Kolosov, Ivan Fedotov, and Sam Ersing. So it is Gahagan and Peterson, the healthy goalies here for the Phantoms. Off the draw, Anton Bleed will try and muscle it ahead. Gets it to McConnell Barker at center. Pass broken up. Robertson backhands it into the Phantom zone. Bleed chasing after it. Picked up cleanly by Grans. Turned over. McConnell Barker out of the reach of both Grans and Bleed. Andre in the right wing corner. Spun off the puck by McConnell Barker. Denoyer there in support. Now he's tangled up by Bleed. Andre digs it free. Ridden off by Robrick. Grans in now for the Phantoms. Good support for Lehigh Valley in their own zone. Poked away by Tuamala. Now out to center Andre. Left wing side. He'll carry it in the zone. Flips this in deep. Deming out to settle it. Doesn't have a clear passing lane. He'll play it up the boards and waiting is McConnell Barker. Good patience by Deming. And the Wolfpack able to get it out of the zone. Andre drifts back into his own end to the right of Gahagan. Both sides making changes. He'll dish off D to D with 5.5 gone by here in period number 1. With the Wolfpack and Phantoms still looking for our first goal. Shots 4-3 in favor of Hartford. Gardner gets it to Fury, trying to play it in front for Wilson, was behind him. Down low, Fury went off of his stick, quickly picks it up right wing corner. Leaned on by Mancini. Wilson trying to move it up the right wing boards. Mancini muscled it away from him to the line, not out. Jenkins trying to get there first in front of his own bench. He does, chips it out to center, tipped in by Korzak, picked up Gleason, pressured inside of his own zone. He'll curl away, create a little bit of space. This is Ben Gleason. Over to the right wing side for Rhett Gardner. Weak backhander toward the goal, sticked away by Deming. Gardner centering, and an easy intercept by Korzak, and the Wolfpack gained possession with just about 6.5 gone by in period 1. Mancini able to shake off Garrett Wilson, has some space right wing side. Mancini drops it, Sikora in front for Lecision. They can't connect, broken up by Fury. Ginning lays it up ahead. Wilson drops it back for Gleason. Under pressure from Lecision. Gleason cross ice feed Ginning. Out to center, broken up by Fitzgerald. Rizzo trying to move it up through the neutral zone. Checked out that save Wisdom. Chipped it over the shoulder of Fitzgerald into the Wolfpack zone. Wisdom chasing after it. Fitzgerald up ahead for Hemelash. To the line for Lecision, who had his stick tied up by a Phantom at the line. And that'll bring us an icing call with 13:06 to play in period number 1. Face off back into the Hartford zone to the left of the goaltender, Deming. Jacob Gaucher out there with J.R. Avon and Zane Wisdom. Jake Lecision will take the D-zone draw for Hartford. We've sang the praises of Lecision for how good he's been in the circle this year, but he lost that draw. Back to the line, Belpedio. He set up the opening goal last night. That shot blocked by Hemelash. Poked out to center. Hemelash is with Suis. Here comes Hemelash's shot. Saved by Gahagan, no rebound. It'll hang on for a whistle with 12:55 to go in period 1. Big Yaro Hemelash blocks a shot and sets up a great scoring look for the Wolfpack at the other end. 12:55 to go in period 1. Let's go to the Jumbotron.
See Hartford, and especially you fans, on 50 great years of hockey in Hartford. I really enjoyed my time with the Whalers, and my family and I were always happy and really impressed with the way we were embraced by the community. I still have a lot of friends in Hartford, and I hope to see you somewhere along the way at a Wolfpack game. Have a great night. Enjoy this amazing milestone.
Congratulations to Hartford and Hartford hockey fans on 50 years of professional hockey. My time there was short, unfortunately, but certainly memorable. And what you are left with when you leave Hartford is an understanding of the passion that's there for the game, the love of the game. And maybe the thing I like the most, the love for the individual players, the way that they connected with Mark Janssens and Andrew Castles and so many of the great Hartford Whaler players that were there. They enjoyed their time as well, and it's fitting that they've had 50 years of great professional hockey.
As you hear from Sean Burke, former Hartford Whaler goaltender, and Paul Maurice, the former Hartford Whaler head coach. Maurice, of course, winning a Stanley Cup last year with the Florida Panthers. Burke is the father of Brendan Burke, the Wolfpack goaltending coach. And throughout the night, we're going to keep it here for these video tributes instead of going to break. Fitzgerald's shot blocked away by Gahagan, as we want to bring those of you who are watching tonight, wherever you may be, into the arena and get a real feel for this night and the love that the alumni have for this city. Connor Mackey moves it up ahead for Hemelash, gains the right wing side. Suis back to Hemelash in front, saved by Gahagan. It looked like it trickled to the line. Lecision got a piece of it. The red light never went on. There's been no definitive signal. It was a feed in front for Lecision. The puck got behind Gahagan. We could see it from here, but I don't believe that ever crossed the line. We'll get a look at the replay. Hemelash, nice feed. It got by Gahagan, but no, that never did cross, and it stays a 0-0 game. Lecision looking for his 9th goal of the year, and a great setup by Hemelash, who had an assist last night. And he's buzzing early here tonight. He had a breakaway last night that was denied by Cal Peterson. Has a great look and a great setup here in period 1 tonight already. Face off to the right of Gahagan. It is won by the Phantoms and chipped up the boards. Glove down by Scanlon. Hoffman plays it back. Mancini, D-to-D for Scanlon. Now Belzile, fanned on the pass. Now gets it back off the right wing boards. Anton Bleed trying to sift it toward the goal. Plays it down low. Hoffman. Hard rim up the right wing side. Kept in Mancini. Volleys it back down low. Picked up by Hoffman. Plays it off the back of the goal. Hoffman in front. Intercepted by Wisdom. He'll chip it over to the wall right wing side. And Wisdom is out for the Phantoms. Scanlon in the neutral zone, poked ahead Belzile, fired deep into the zone by Gaucher, settled down by Domingue. Stretched up into the neutral zone, tipped in by Belzile, he'll peel off for a change. A loud let's go Wolfpack chant coming up from the crowd, Samu Tuamala. Denoyer, now Tuamala, backdoor for Rizzo, and he's denied by Domingue. Sliding right to left, Louis Domingue, a terrific save on the youngster Massimo Rizzo. Best save of the first period for Domingue. Rizzo scored his 3rd of the year last night. He had a great look here. On the feed from Tuamala, this was the best line for the Phantoms last night, but Louis Domingue says no. Each goaltender a terrific save early in this hockey game. Robrick kicked out of the circle. That will force the rookie McConnell Barker in against his fellow rookie Rizzo, who wins the draw back to Gleason. Gleason across, Bernard down behind the Wolfpack goal, picked up by Rizzo. Tuamala's shot, whistled by the glove. Left wing side kept in Bernard. Knocked down in the corner by Ruedel. Chipped out to center. Gleason flubbed on it, but it's picked up by Samu Tuamala, who turns, couldn't get it deep. Intercepted by Ruedel. Up ahead, Korzak. McConnell Barker bumped off the puck. Floats into the right wing corner. McConnell Barker first one there. Turns it over to Gleason, who lost it to Robrick. Denoyer finds the loose puck right wing corner. Shakes off McConnell Barker. Pass across for Tuamala. Trying to spring in Rizzo, but it got by him. And this is going to be an icing call with 10:59 to go in the period. So this will bring the draw back into the Phantom zone as both teams have had some good looks here in period 1. With 9:01 gone by in the stanza, shot 7-4 for Hartford. Face off to the left of Gahagan. Belzile out there with Hoffman and Bleed as Belzile wins the draw back. Carried down low, a shot off the outside of the goal post. It was Mancini, the overtime hero last night, who's already scored twice this year against the Phantoms. Mancini in his own zone, D-to-D for Harper. Right back to Mancini, up ahead for Hoffman, chipped into the Phantom zone, or off the official rather. He tried to get it in deep. Mancini across Harper, Belzile couldn't connect with Bleed. Puck pinballs around in the neutral zone. Volleyed in by Gardner. Mancini inside. Worked down by Fury. Right wing corner. Puck battle ensuing. It's Fury and Mancini tied up. Gardner trying to dig it free. He did for a moment. Lost it to Mancini. Pops loose Fury, who's beaten off by Harper. Picked up by Mancini. He'll collect it. Play a backhander off the boards. Kept him with the glove of Belpedio. And touched by Fury. That is a hand pass with 10:10 to go in the period and a face-off coming. So these two teams both in the middle game of a 3-3, both played in Allentown last night. The Wolfpack actually had the quicker travel, if you will. They left before the Phantoms were able to leave PPL Center last night. Not that that really matters a whole lot. It's probably a difference of 20 minutes, but both these teams are playing a difficult game tonight after about 4 hours on the bus last night after an overtime game. But they're all in it together here. Connor Mackey will play a backhander out to center. Sikora tied up by Belpinio, still has possession of the puck, lost it to Wilson, who's able to get free. Garrett Wilson drops it back for Ginning, left wing side. He can only send it in deep, out of the reach of Mackey. Emilage takes a bump, chipped it out to center. Chasing after it is Jenkins in a foot race. Jenkins, he's bumped off the puck. It'll float into the left wing corner. Sikora trying to get there. 4 bodies to his side, dig away, pops loose, and cleared out of the zone by Gardner all the way down the ice, but icing waved off with 9.5 to play in period 1. Brandon Scanlon will settle behind his own goal as both teams make changes. Scanlon to Ruedel, right wing side, controls an exit out of the zone. Icing waved off, puck in the left wing corner. Kranz peeks over his shoulder, got it around Suis, kept in. Robertson shot, blocked by Andre. Email Andre, flips it out to center, went off of the official, into the Hartford zone. Ruedel, D to Robertson. He was looking for a passing lane, doesn't have one, takes it out to center. He'll dump it in, Gahagan out to settle, leaves it behind for Andre. 9 even to go in period 1. Puck turned over in the Phantom zone, but Suis unable to get it in deep. Phantoms take it out to center. Gendron defended well by Robertson. Suis back to Ruedel. Now up ahead for Korzak. Gains center and will fire it in. Gahagan out to settle once more. Plays it over Andre. Banks it off the boards for Bernard. Xavier Bernard out to center. Harper had a man tied up, and that puck is poked up and out of play with 8:38 to go in period number 1. We will step aside and take a break. Shots on goal, 7-5 for the Wolfpack. Still looking for our first goal of the evening from the XL Center at Hartford. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey on AHL TV, on FloHockey, and listening on Mixer.
The pack is back, which also means that $2 drafts and $2 hot dogs are back for every Friday Wolfpack regular season home game. Catch these specials every Friday night at the XL Center until the end of the first intermission. Tickets are available for all Wolfpack home games at hartfordwolfpack.com. College nights are back at the XL Center. New for the 2024-25 Hartford Wolfpack season, all first-time college night purchasers will receive a Wolfpack branded koozie belt, which holds up to 6 of your favorite beverages at once. There will be 7 opportunities for students to score ticket discounts. Don't miss out on the koozie belt or Wolfpack ticket discounts. There are only 500 koozie belts available, so sign up now. You can sign up today to be in the know at hartfordwolfpack.com/college. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com/college.
Hi, this is Nathan Suis. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Three-game scoring streak for Nathan Suis coming into tonight. We welcome Sean Dufresne into the broadcast booth. And Sean, great atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, the crowd has been buzzing all game long. Some great energy in that pregame ceremony as well, and they've been great throughout this first period. Some good chances on both ends here for both the Phantoms and the Wolfpack. Both goalies having to have a strong start to this game. It's been real entertaining hockey to this point.
Kept in at the line, right wing side. Fitzgerald swings it down the boards. Hemilas will wrap it around. Harper pinching in on the left wing to try and find that puck, but it's intercepted by Grans. Played across off the stick of Hemilas, comes into the neutral zone. Volleyed in by Avon. Settling it is Domingue. Louis Domingue will rip it up the boards. Picked up by Robrick, trying to exit out of the zone. He does. Leaned on by, I believe it was Bernard. Puck sent down back into the Hartford zone, and McConnell Barker will go and retrieve it. He'll play it off the end boards for Mancini. That puck was bouncing around, and it's turned over. Pass in front for Rizzo. Broken up by the captain, Casey Fitzgerald. Gets it to Victor Mancini. Moves it up ahead. Mancini. He'll pull away from Denoyer. Flip it back into his own zone. Fitzgerald. Up ahead for Belzile. Backhands it out to center. Soucis is waiting for it. Often there as well, but Denoyer's in on a hand pass with 7:37 to go in period number 1.
There's a lot of interesting statistics going into this game. And when I look on the Phantom side, opening the year with 3 wins on the road, this isn't really unfamiliar territory for them. Even going back to earlier in the season, they had that overtime win in this building, courtesy of Samu Tuamala. Like I said, it's been an entertaining start here. Both Gahagan and Domingue have had to make some big saves early.
Belpinio will dump it in off the face-off win. It bounces away from Ruedel. Comes to Belzile. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Belzile to the left wing side. Hoffman pass was a little far ahead of Hoffman. And that negates the rush of the Wolfpack as Garrett Wilson has a chance to lift it out of the zone. And he does. Chad Ruedel trying to defend, but Fury gets in behind him. Fury overskated the puck. And good recovery by Ruedel, who rips it up the boards, but kept in by Wilson. It's off a stick and out of play with 7:08 to go.
Yeah, and that could have been a dangerous chance there for Fury. Chad Ruedel never gives up on a play. Right there, he's able to recover very nicely and deflect the puck up into the netting here to get a whistle.
You know, I know 4 assists in 16 games might not be the counting stats, Sean, that pop off the page, but I've really liked Chad Ruedel's game during his stints here with Hartford this year.
Well, he's just such a smooth skater, and I think his ability to push the play up the ice, it complements it very nicely, his strong skating. And like you mentioned, obviously the points don't jump out at you, but when you have a veteran like that on the team and so many good young defensemen in this system here, it pays in dividends.
Fills his role so well, such a calming presence here in Hartford. As Rizzo drops it back, carried up ahead by Andre. He's got space. Andre, toe drag, shot, saved by Domingue. The loose puck, side of the goal. It's picked up by Sikora. Not even sure, Sean, if that reached Domingue. Thought it did initially, but I'm not so sure. Might have been blocked on the way in. Either way, this is Anton Bleed working in the right wing corner of the Phantom zone now. Bleed up top, Mancini fan on the shot, gets it back. Another shot tipped up and out of play with 6:29 to go. And Louis Domingue, who was good for the Rangers in Chicago on Sunday, has been good in this game here early, Sean.
Yeah, and that was Emil Andre jumping into the play for the Phantoms. Like you mentioned, I don't know if that chance even made it to Domingue. He was sprawled out in the creases. There was at least 4 or 5 bodies in the blue paint there trying to find that loose rebound. Ultimately, the Wolfpack were able to clear that behind the net and get reset, but some high danger chances on both ends. It was Tuamala a few shifts ago across ice feed. He was wide open, and Domingue had to make a big save.
Face-off win by the Wolfpack. Mancini down low, out of the reach of McConnell Barker. Mackey pinching in. He had it poked away by Eklund. Obholz moves it up ahead. Bernard carries it into the zone. A shot in and out of the glove of Domingue. Loose puck Mancini. He was tied up by a Phantom. Comes up along the boards. McConnell Barker's got it. Swings it out to neutral, but out of the reach of Korzak and collected by Bernard, who banks it off the boards. Knocked down by Lecision. Korzak unable to get it in deep. Second chance. Now he does. This is Bernard's first game since the 12th of December against Cleveland. He had an assist in that game. Phantoms removing Ethan Sampson and Hunter McDonald from the blue line tonight in favor of the veteran Gleason, who they picked up from Edmonton in November, and Bernard, the former Condor. In the left wing corner of the Wolfpack zone, Casey Fitzgerald got it to Robrick, played up the wall. This is Hoffman. Lost it. Belpinio's shot trickles wide. Wisdom on the left wing boards. He has Shinning calling for it. Wisdom turns, fires a shot, blocked in front. Puck pinballs around, picked up by Avon. Works into the left wing corner. Shinning calling for it. Gets it now and fires one wide. Belpinio works down the right wing side. Phantoms pressing. Ridden on by Robrick. Leaves it in behind the goal. Spinning off of Scanlon is Wisdom, trying to send it out in front for Gaucher. It pinballed off his skates. Now back up to the line, Belpedio plays it down for Avon on the right wing side. Backdoor, Gaucher hit the goal post. Picked up by Hemelash, moving it ahead is Othman. Banked off the boards and into the Phantom zone. Icing waved off. Belpedio will get there first. Jacob Gaucher tickling the iron as Belpedio moves it out to center. Run into by a Wolfpack player. It was Belzile. Drops it back, Ruedel up ahead for Suis. Trying to get a step on his opposite 37, Ginning. Knocked up the puck by Wilson. Bleed digs it free. Suis up the boards, but quickly corralled by the Phantoms. Turned over. Belzile, right wing side. He has Bleed going to the goal. Drops it, Ruedel. Left wing side. Robertson a shot. That's knocked away by Gahagan. Belzile worked on by Gardner. Slapped up the boards. Ruedel keeps it in. His shot saved by Gahagan. Traffic in front. It was Bleed who's going at it with Belpedio. Belpedio gave him a cross-check after Bleed gave him a slash. Now Gardner, a shot denied by Louis Domingue with 4:10 to go in the period. Great action in the opening stanza. Shots on goal, 8-7 for Hartford, still looking for our first goal. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey on AHL TV, on FloHockey, and listening on Mixler.
Teachers are setting up lesson plans, classrooms, and so much more to prep for the school year and keep their students motivated. What better way to celebrate them and give them the recognition they deserve than at a Wolfpack game? The Wolfpack and the Capital City Education Alliance are looking to recognize a teacher at each of the Pack's 36 home games during the 2024-25 season. To nominate an educator, visit HartfordWolfpack.com/educator. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com/educator. Space is limited. The Hartford Wolfpack would like to recognize and honor members of our community who have served and are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces through our Military Member of the Game initiative. As on the Jumbotron and receive 4 tickets to the Wolfpack game that they are being recognized at. To nominate the hero in your life as the Military Member of the Game, presented by General Dynamics Electric Boat, please visit hartfordwolfpack.com/military. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com/military. Space is limited.
Hi, this is Connor Mackey, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Nice moment here as Dylan Garand is recognized for the AHL Goaltender of the Month honor that he received for the month of December. He's going to the All-Star game too, Sean. What a great start to the year for Dylan Garand.
Yeah, I mean, you see that humble reaction there as he acknowledges the crowd. He's getting jostled around a little bit by Mancini and Mackey. You got to love that, but you know, he's rewarded for a strong play this season. You think about the back-to-back shutouts he had in December. Of course, later named goalie of the month for December, like you just mentioned. Certainly a well-deserved accolade there for Garand, who's just been exceptional this season. Face off to the left of Temeng, who just flashed the leather. It's Obels and Jenkins. Jenkins wins the draw. Picked up by Chatteruito, banked up ahead, looking to sprint Korzak in, but Andre intercepts him. Email Andre could not get it in deep. Chatteruito, D-to-D, Matthew Robertson inside of his own zone. Out to center, tipped in by Adam Sikora. Right wing corner, Blade Jenkins. He'll play it down to the left wing side. Broken up by Grans, picked up by Sikora. Working in the left wing boards. Adam Sikora trying to play to the point. Kept in by Robertson. Went off of Eklund. Sprung out to center. And now racing up ahead come the Phantoms. It's Rodrigo Obels trying to send it to the goal. And Robertson lifting the stick of Gendron. Eklund in behind the Wolfpack net. Jenkins lost his stick. Phantoms setting it up. Eklund back up top for Gleason. 3:27 to go in the period. Ben Gleason, right wing circle, a shot. Saved by Deming and the bid from Gendron, who had a power play goal last night and is looking for his 12th goal this season. But the veteran goaltender says no with 3:22 to play.
Yeah, Deming certainly being tested in the back half of this first period, but while I have a moment, I want to compliment the play of Adam Sikora earlier in that shift. I feel like you're really seeing his confidence shine through. He had a very strong road trip, of course, 4 goals and an assist, but just a simple deflection play in the neutral zone that is able to have the puck evade a couple Phantoms players. It allows him to get deep and try and set something up. Very strong back check by the Phantoms as well, who are trying to avenge that loss from last night, but Score's really been on top of his game lately.
Yeah, he's been great for this Wolfpack team. He's already matched his goal scoring from a year ago. He had 8 goals last year, picked up his 8th goal last night. Van Hartford will play it up ahead for Hemelash. Wolfpack looking to exit. McConnell Barker through the neutral zone. He'll gain center, flip it in deep. Gahagan out to settle. Hemelash pestering him. Able to get it to Gleason. Up to the line, chipped out to center. Hartford chasing after it. He'll collect it. Backhands it ahead for McConnell Barker. Hemelash into the zone, trying to get it to Robrick, who had a shot last night in the victory for Hartford. He had 2 multi-point games, a goal and an assist New Year's Eve in Springfield, and 2 assists in Bridgeport last Sunday on the road trip. Mackey a shot, a riser that went off to Plexi, picked up by Jacob Gauthier to the line, not out, kept in. McConnell Barker got through Harper deep into the Phantom zone. 2:35 to go. Gleason will pick it up. Wolfpack making changes as Belzile, Bleed, and Lasigian jump out. Remember, Sean, 11 forwards and 17 tonight, so we're seeing a couple of different combinations both up front and on the back end from Grant Patolman.
It's certainly a unique setup to have because throughout the game, you see what lines work and you see who gels together throughout the game. Of course, we saw a lot of what was gelling right on that road trip, but just based on the circumstance in the game, they're trying a new trio out there, and this one's going to get an ozone draw.
Comes off the icing call against the Phantoms with 2:19 to go. Face off to the right of Parker Gahagan. Lasigian will dig in for the ozone drop. Off the face-off, it is won by Rhett Gardner and chipped up the right wing boards. Brandon Scanlon running into Garrett Wilson. He's able to play it out to center. Mancini there for Hartford. Victor Mancini gets it to Scanlon. Back to Mancini. Stretched up ahead for Belzile. How about that? Sean, that pass was so hard that Fury blocked it, but it took the stick out of his hands and still ended up in the Phantom zone.
Yeah, you don't see that quite often.
Even putting in the time in the gym with Trevor Goldstein, the head strength and conditioning coach. Louis Belpedio in his own zone, 1:45 to go in the period. Belpedio eyed by Hoffman. Dishes it across for Adam Ginning. Takes it out to center. Banked off the boards. Phantoms into the zone. Took a bounce off the official, and it's jammed wide by Tuamala. That puck hit the linesman. It came right to Samu Tuamala. Centering pass intercepted. Suis. Othman up ahead. Return feed from Korzak. It was dumped down. Korzak from his stomach. Able to play it into the Phantom zone. Delayed offside, however. So the Phantoms can move it up across center. Rizzo. Ruedel went off of a Phantom. Tuamala works on the right wing side, trying to center it. Pass was off the mark. Comes to the line. That's just kept in. Tuamala right wing corner. 1:05 to go in the period. He's bumped off the puck by Ruedel. Back into the right wing corner. Here's a chance. Tuamala. Shot off the goalpost. Kept in by Grants. Down low Tuamala. Trying to center it out in front. Intercepted by Othman. Second post of the period for the Phantoms, and Louis Domingue giving the Iron a little bit of love. As Jenkins will tip this in left wing side. That beat Domingue from the blocker. That was a laser beam of a shot from Tuamala, who's already got 4 goals against the Wolfpack this season.
Yeah, the Phantoms have caught Iron a couple times this period, but I think that was arguably their best look from Tuamala, who's had a couple good chances.
Jenkins off the boards. Dylan Robrick will carry it ahead, right wing side. Robertson keeps it in on the left wing, wanders into the circle, looking to send it out in front. Jenkins couldn't find the loose puck, comes to Abels. He'll find Eklund out of the zone. Abels, right wing side, enters in. Rodrigo Abels drops into a trailer. Ben Gleason trying to cut to the goal. Went off of Mackey, picked up by Robrick. Flipped up ahead for Jenkins. Sikora with 8 seconds, trying to get it around Bernard, who turns and fires it back in. And shots on goal in period 1 will be 8 apiece, with the Phantoms striking Iron twice. And after no goals in the third period last night, Sean, we get no goals in period 1 here tonight, and we'll head to the first intermission with 16 shots divided evenly and no goals between this team. When we return, we'll break down period 1, and Sean will take you around the American Hockey League. It's the Wolfpack Intermission Report on the other side. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey on AHL TV on FloHockey and listening on Mixler.
Nautical Bowls, West Hartford, can be found on the concourse at the XL Center behind section 106 and outside of the XL Center at Bishop's Corner. Our delicious and nutritious acai smoothie bowls are organic, gluten, dairy, and soy-free, are plant-based, and made with premium superfood ingredients. Don't forget to ask for the Sonar Bowl. Made with him in mind, the Sonar Bowl helps fuel Sonar up so that his cannon of an arm can stay ready for the t-shirt toss at every Wolfpack home game. Come try it out. You won't regret it. Your Hartford Wolfpack are back on the ice. Join us at the XL Center for the hard-hitting action all season long. Looking for a fun night out? $2 beers and $2 hot dogs are available every Friday night. There will be plenty of other entertainment throughout the Wolfpack season, like opportunities to celebrate 50 years of professional hockey in Hartford or our fan-favorite Hockey and Hops. Save money with the CTDOT Family Value Pack throughout the season to select games. More information and tickets are available at HartfordWolfpack.com. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com.
Hi, I'm Anton Bleed, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. This is the Wolfpack Intermission Report alongside Sean Dufresne and Alex Thomas. And Sean, before we dive into the AHL scoreboard check, a busy night in both leagues tonight. Just some overarching thoughts from period number 1 here tonight.
Well, I think it was the type of period we were expecting to see between these two teams. They have been neck and neck all season long. A lot of one-goal games. I mean, pretty much all one-goal games. They've all gone into overtime, their matchups this season. So, you know, it's following the formula of what this matchup has been so far this season. Some really nice chances on each end. And, you know, all the top guys on each side have been doing their thing, but you got to tip the cap to both Parker Gahagan, the former Wolfpack goalie, and also Louis Domingue, both making some big saves.
One thing before we get into the scoreboard check I want to talk about, you mentioned Adam Sikora, but you know, Yaroslav Hemelash had an assist last night driving down the right wing wall, setting up Sikora, blocked the shot, led directly to a scoring chance tonight, and nearly set up Jake Lucian for a goal. It feels like the rookie forward, Sean, is starting to put together that size, that strength, that speed, that skill, and he's becoming a factor for this Wolfpack team as of late.
Yeah, well, he's another player, just had a really strong 4-game road trip. 4 assists in those 4 games. That's now bringing him to 4th in points on the team now with 15. And, I mean, you're really seeing the confidence shine through now in his first home game in the new year here for the Wolfpack. As you know, him and Sikora, they formed a nice little bit of chemistry in these last couple of games. And like you mentioned, he nearly gave Hartford a prime scoring opportunity there with his shot blocking.
So for those of you that missed the early edition of Wolfpack pregame tonight, started at 6:40. as we showed you the entire ceremony. Wolfpack going 11-7 tonight again, and I know there's been some ask. Well, Brett Berard is a healthy scratch tonight. He is on the roster. He is not here in Hartford yet, but sounds like, Sean, he could be an option for tomorrow. Blake McLaughlin is here, but is a healthy scratch tonight. Blake Gilman is a healthy scratch as well. All right, with that being said, let's go around the American Hockey League on a busy Saturday night. We'll start with the only 6 o'clock game tonight. Charlotte had a 3-0 lead in the third period last night, Sean. Gave up 3 goals in the third period, lost 4-3 in overtime to Hershey. The rematch today in North Carolina.
Yeah, and Charlotte, of course, trying to get revenge here as they're hosting Hershey in a top 3 Atlantic Division bout. And just moments ago, it was a 2-2 game, but Mike Vecchione, 4:56 into the third period, now has Hershey up top once again on the road by a score of 3-2. That's Vecchione's second of the game as well. Just 14:49 now left in the third period. Shots are 20-13 in favor of the Checkers. Now we'll head to Cleveland as it's the Monsters hosting the Laval Rocket at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And it's Joseph Labate with the lone goal in this one for the Monsters, coming just at 1:50 into that first frame. That's where we stand after one period. We are scoreless in Grand Rapids as the Griffins host the Manitoba Moose, this one at the Van Andel Arena. The Syracuse Crunch are hosting the Rochester Americans at the Upstate Medical University Arena. And a strong first period from Syracuse sees them take a 3-0 lead into the first intermission. 9 seconds was all it took for Jesse Ilonen to score for Syracuse. Connor Sherry and Joel Teasdale adding one as well in that first period. At the Adirondack Bank Center, it's the Utica Comets playing host to the Toronto Marlies. Each side getting 1 goal in the first period, and that's where we stand after 1. Hartford's opponent tomorrow night here at the XL Center, the Springfield Thunderbirds, are hosting the Providence Bruins this evening at the Mass Mutual Center. And it's a strong first period for the T-Birds as they hold a 2-0 lead over the visiting Bruins. Now for our games yet to begin tonight, we'll start with the Rockford Ice Hogs as they host the Texas Stars at the BMO Center in Rockford, this one at 8 p.m. A couple 9 p.m. puck drops as well. We'll start at the Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert as the Coachella Valley Firebirds welcome the Chicago Wolves to town. We also have the San Diego Gulls squaring off against the visiting Tucson Roadrunners, this one in San Diego. A 9:05 puck drop in Colorado sees the Eagles host the Calgary Wranglers at the Blue Arena in Loveland. And our 2 10 p.m. puck drops will start at the Abbotsford Center in British Columbia as it's the Canucks hosting the struggling Henderson Silver Knights. And lastly, the San Jose Barracuda, 20-11-0-2, take a trip to Bakersfield to take on the 500 Condors.
Here in Hartford, 8 shots apiece in the opening stanza. A couple of goalposts for the Phantoms, but we still don't have a goal to report through 20 minutes of play. Still to come, Sean will take you around the National Hockey League. But first, we head down to the Wolfpack locker room. Nathan Suis, 2 assists last night. His first multi-point game as a member of the Wolfpack. He enters tonight with points in 3 straight and started this evening in a line with Alex Belzile and Brendan Hoffman. He's been playing strong hockey for about a month. He's in this last stretch been playing his best hockey with the Wolfpack, and he was kind enough to catch up with us earlier today. From the Wolfpack locker room, here is Nathan Suis.
Nathan, thanks for joining us ahead of tonight's game against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And let's start with you on a personal level. You've got a 3-game point streak going. You're coming off your first multi-point game of the season with 2 assists last night. How are you feeling about your game here lately?
I think my game's trending. I think it was only a matter of time. I think it was always there. It's just there's been a bit of opportunity, you could say, with guys being called up. And I'm happy to fill in some roles here, and it's been good for me so far.
Felt like you had good chemistry last night when you were put together with Alex Belzile and Brendan Hoffman, 2 obviously very highly skilled players. What makes you guys click as a trio?
Oh, I think it's been all year. We stay out, 25, 30 minutes extra, just doing pop plays down low, messing around. Even Bo is usually in the group there, just working on little plays off cycles. And now finally getting the chance to play with the 2 of them, it's pretty special and pretty cool.
All right, I got to bring it back to Sunday. You scored the goal to make it 5-1. Have you ever scored a goal like that where you get the tape-to-tape pass from the goalie, a nice opportunistic play, but a deserved one? You've been playing some good hockey.
Actually, my first American League goal was shorthanded. The goalie left it behind the net, and I wrapped it around. So not since then. I don't think I've had one that maybe that easy, some would say, but I think it was a good read, not just forcing the goalie, kind of going to the left and reading his pass.
Speaking of behind the net, I want to take you back to your first assist last night. Real nice play setting up Alex Belzile in the right wing circle. Kind of take us through that assist.
Well, it's just winning a puck race down the wall and then just keeping my feet moving and to be honest, that's exactly what me and Belzy work on after practice there. He comes down dot lane, finds that soft area, and I'm below the goal line with a little slip past the triangle, and he buries it.
Now, you guys had lost your first 7 games on the road to start the season. You've won 5 of your last 8. You guys were 3-1, 0-0 on this last 4-game road trip. How big is that of a confidence booster to win 3 divisional games on the road in this last road trip, and really feels like you got your swagger back on the road?
It's huge. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, it's a new group. I feel like we had a good amount of games on the road, but we weren't very familiar with each other. And I think that month there in December, we were home a lot. And then getting back on the road, you're going out to eat with each other, you're hanging out a little bit more than you would here with, guys having families, wives, kids. So it's always good to get on the road, and those points feel like they count that much more, even though they're the same amount. I feel like they're huge momentum builders, and they can push you in the right direction up the standings.
You mentioned December. You guys had gone 2 months between nights in a hotel. Is that kind of a positive about this month? You guys were on the road a lot. Is this maybe just what the doctor ordered for you guys, the team, to bring you guys together?
Absolutely. I think we had a good trip last night. Obviously, it's tough with the back-to-back home and home, but they're in the same position, so there's no excuses here. And then obviously we're home tonight on a special night, 50th anniversary, and then we're right back at it quickly tomorrow with a matinee game there at 5 o'clock. So I think the balance of it is nice, and then we're hitting it on Wednesday in Utica. So you don't really have time to sit down and relax. You're kind of on the move, so it's been good.
You guys have played this Lehigh Valley team 4 times. Each team has won 2. All 4 games have gone to overtime. What is it about this matchup? It's so close. You guys have the same amount of goals through 4 games. I believe it's 14 apiece. What is it about this matchup?
That's funny you ask, because there's always those certain matchups in divisions and in all of sports where no matter what the team's records are outside of each other, you just match up well against each other. So I don't know if I can pinpoint anything. I think it's just the style of play both of us play. It's a little bit stingy, and maybe we don't have as much of offense as other teams in the league, so maybe that has something to do with it. But it's always fun to play in close ones, especially when you come out on top, so hopefully we can do that again tonight.
Nathan, thanks for doing this. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Your Hartford Wolfpack are back on the ice. Join us at the XL Center for the hard-hitting action all season long. Looking for a fun night out? $2 beers and $2 hot dogs are available every Friday night. There will be plenty of other entertainment throughout the Wolfpack season, like opportunities to celebrate 50 years of professional hockey in Hartford or our fan-favorite Hockey and Hops. Save money with the CTDOT Family Value Pack throughout the season to select games. More information and tickets are available at HartfordWolfpack.com. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com. CTDOT Family Value Packs are one of the most family-friendly ways to attend a Wolfpack game during the 2024-25 season. The CTDOT Family Value Pack is available for 5 different dates throughout the Wolfpack season. These packs include 3 game tickets, 3 hot dogs, and 3 fountain drinks. There is the ability to add on additional tickets at checkout. Tickets will be delivered digitally, while the food vouchers must be picked up on game day at the sales table behind section 101. More info and tickets available at HartfordWolfpack.com/2024-25 CTDOT. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com/2425 CTDOT.
Hi, I'm Brennan Othman, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the intermission booth. A 15-game slate tonight in the National Hockey League, and we'll start with our final scores. A crazy one in Sunrise, Florida, as the Panthers hosted the Boston Bruins. It would be Florida tying the game with just 3 seconds left at 3 apiece. And then with 2 seconds left in overtime, David Pasternak would get the overtime winner. Shots were 43-18 in favor of Florida. The Buffalo Sabres hosted the Seattle Kraken earlier this afternoon. After jumping out to a 2-0 lead early, the Kraken would score 6 unanswered goals to take that one 6-2 in Buffalo. A shutout alert in Pittsburgh as well, as they hosted the Ottawa Senators, and it was Ottawa putting up 5 goals on the road here to take down the Penguins by a score of 5-0. Now for our games that are underway. First, the Vancouver Canucks in Toronto tonight to take on the Maple Leafs, and it's Brock Besser with the lone goal in this game as the Canucks lead 1-0 after the first intermission.
We see a lot of day trips in this league. We take them all the time to Bridgeport, Springfield, Providence. You don't often see a day trip from Raleigh, North Carolina to Toronto, but because of weather,
Yeah.
that's what the Canucks had to do. A very unusual travel day for them today, getting into Toronto, and on a pretty big game for them too tonight, Sean.
Yeah, 31 seconds in, they're on the board on pure adrenaline maybe at this point. Scoreless after one in Montreal as the Canadiens are hosting the Dallas Stars. Play will resume in just a little under 5 minutes there at the Bell Center. Over in New Jersey, it's the Devils hosting the Tampa Bay Lightning. Second period just set to begin now. Knotted at one apiece in this game. Goals coming just a minute apart for the Devils and the Lightning. The Philadelphia Flyers are hosting the Anaheim Ducks. This one in Philly, the parent club of Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And it's Philadelphia after one, leading by a score of 2-0. Chicago Blackhawks are playing host to the Edmonton Oilers. This one at the United Center in Chicago. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Blackhawks after one. A potential upset alert here against the visiting Oilers. The Columbus Blue Jackets are in St. Louis to take on the Blues, and it's Adam Fantilli with the lone goal in this game so far. 1-0 Blue Jackets with 15:19 to go in the second period. The Winnipeg Jets are facing off against the Colorado Avalanche, this one in Winnipeg. And it's Nikolai Ehlers with the lone goal at 1:08 in the first period. After one, just 1-0 Jets. And our final game that's underway, still scoreless in Nashville as the Predators host the Washington Capitals. Now for our 4 games yet to begin tonight, the Utah Hockey Club welcome the New York Islanders to town, this one at 9 p.m. And our 3:10 p.m. puck drops begin with the Calgary Flames hosting the Los Angeles Kings as they continue their West Canada road trip. The parent club of the Hartford Wolfpack, the New York Rangers, begin their road trip in Vegas tonight against the Golden Knights. And our final game sees the San Jose Sharks welcome the Minnesota Wild to the SAP Center.
Here in Hartford, still looking for our first goal when we return. Second period action. They'll get under.
Pack the Den with this unique ticket special. For 12 hours on the 12th of every month, you can score $12 tickets plus fees to the Wolfpack's home game on Friday, April 11th. Make sure you set those calendar reminders so that you don't miss out on this unique deal. This deal runs from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the 12th of every month. Visit HartfordWolfpack.com/packtheden and unlock the promo code PTD411. Again, that's HartfordWolfpack.com/packtheden and unlock the promo code PTD411. As a reminder, do not select your seats or tickets until after you have unlocked the promo.
I'm Bryce McConnell-Barker, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Shots on goal, 8 apiece in period 1. Phantoms hitting 2 goalposts in the period. He's Sean Dufresne and Alex Thomas. We are just a couple of minutes away from second period action. A reminder that throughout the night, they're going to be showing some video tributes from Wolfpack and Whaler alumni. You saw former Whaler goalie Sean Berg, currently working for Vegas, and the head coach of the Florida Panthers, Paul Maurice, former Whaler head coach in the first period. Plenty more to come. Fan favorite PJ Stock, who was here last year, sent in a great video. Ty Emberson, the current Edmonton defenseman, former Wolfpack blue liner, sent one in. Stephen Fogarty, former Wolfpack captain. So a lot still to come tonight. We're going to bring you that throughout the course of the night. So a little bit of a different presentation on our end. Okay, Sean, it felt like that was an energetic first period. Now you start to hit that midway point of a 3-3. Travel, late night last night. It's going to be important to keep the mind and the legs fresh here in the final 40 minutes. What are you looking for from the Wolfpack side of things to try and get that all-important first goal?
Yeah, well, you mentioned the high energy in the first period. I think a lot of that was due in part to the energy from the crowd tonight. I think this is a situation where Hartford can really feed off of that energy. As you mentioned, midway of a 3-3. Obviously, the legs are going to get a little bit tired. It's 3 games that you got to win against division opponents, all collectively in the bottom 4 here in this Atlantic division that need to start picking up points, especially the Phantoms, who have the second most games played in this division. They need to start winning games now. And Hartford, of course, trying to continue their domination after that strong road trip.
Phantoms have been a team that they just can't get away from close games this year, Sean. I mean, they've got the most overtime games in the American Hockey League this season. For that stat on that all-important first goal, last night an outlier. Wolfpack gave up the first goal, won the game. That brought them to 3-12-1-0 this season, giving up the first goal. But Sean, they're 13-2-1-1 when scoring the first goal. And Grant Petolny has talked a lot this season about the importance of that first goal and how his team just has that swagger. They're playing downhill when they have the lead.
Yeah, we've heard so many times he cares about those strong starts to open a period. That first couple of shifts, being able to set the tone, dictate the pace, get the other team moving around. He obviously values that a lot because, and we've seen in a lot of cases, especially in that season-long 6-game homestand, they were the team that was able to dictate the flow of the game right off the hop, getting that first goal and really being the one that was wearing down their opponent there. So, it felt like Lehigh Valley was starting to get some quality chances towards the better half of the latter half of that period, I should say. That's certainly something they're going to have to put a stop to, as it's a clean slate here now.
Well, no scoring, no penalties, no power plays to recap in period 1. Just 8 shots apiece and 2 goal posts for the Phantoms. That's our summary for an entertaining yet slightly quiet opening stanza, Sean.
Yeah, we had a handful of little dust-ups after the whistle, as expected, between these two teams, but nobody went off to the sin bin after that one. See if anything changes this period, as it certainly was a gritty one yesterday in Lehigh Valley, but certainly these two are no stranger to close games against each other this season, and they would love more than nothing to be the one to get on the board first.
Louis Domingue in goal to our broadcast left. Wolfpack will go left to right across your screen in this period. Parker Gahagan in goal to our broadcast right. Phantoms will attack right to left. It's Jake Lecision and Rhett Gardner on the opening draw for period 2. Won by Gardner and chipped into the zone by Helga Grans. This is settled by Domingue, able to get it to Victor Mancini. Jake Lecision away from Gardner. He'll move it up the left wing side. Chipped out by Sikora into the Phantom zone. Icing waved off. Didn't have enough anyways. Andre picks it up, trying to shake off a Wolfpack forward. It's Ryder Korzak. Pops toward the slot. Grans has it for the Phantoms. He'll turn. Dish it D to D for Andre. Plays it up ahead for Grans. Half a minute gone by. He'll swipe it into the Hartford zone. Domingue couldn't settle it. Gardner there first. Plays it down low for Garrett Wilson. Marked by Jake Lecision. Wilson trying to spin away. Lost the puck. Picked up by Mancini, who flips it across for Scanlon. Back to Mancini, right wing side. Mancini off of Korzak, but picked up immediately by Adam Ginning, the former second rounder, 50th overall back in 2018 by the Flyers. Chip toward the goal and 2 saves by Domingue. He got the first one. The rebound came to Gaucher, and Louis Domingue able to find it and hang on. And a pair of good looks for the Phantoms, Sean. 61 seconds in to period 2.
Now, we've seen this a couple times already tonight from the Phantoms. It really seems like they're shooting for a rebound here on Louis Domingue. He's been up to the tack so far, able to get across to the next post and get a big stop there, but certainly not a situation you want to put your goaltender in too early.
Face off to the right of Domingue. Gaucher and Belzile will dig in. Off the draw, Ginning at the left wing point. He'll fire it down low, out of the reach of Gaucher and Mackey. Hoffman, right wing corner, trying to get it to Mackey. Lost it, Belpedio into the left wing corner, picked up by Casey Fitzgerald. Swung ahead for Nathan Soucis. He's got Hoffman up ahead, but the pass went off of the Phantom. Hoffman has Soucis out in front, but he's ridden off by Avon. Hoffman gets it back, gets it to Soucis. Looking to fire it toward the goal, went off of Ginning and Rockets out to neutral, where Connor Mackey will collect it. Mackey drifts back into his own zone, finds the all-star Alex Belzile, team leading 32 points this year for Belzile, tying Bo Groove for the team leading goals with 11 last night. Soucis trying to drop it back, chipped toward the goal by Fitzgerald, comes to Wisdom. He has a chance to bank it off the boards and does. Out to center ice in front of his own bench, turning his elbows. He'll fire it in. Domingue settles behind his own goal. Now trying to stretch it up ahead for Belzile. In onside. Belzile has Hemelash going to the goal. In front, Bleed picks it up. Couldn't get a shot away. Bleed. Now Ruedel a drive. Deflected wide up the stick of Gendron. Bernard marking Hemelash in the left wing corner. Gleason lost it. Robrick a shot went off the stick of Gendron in wide. Alexei Gendron deflecting 2 shots into the corner on that shift, and the Phantoms able to finally send it back into the Hartford zone. That's pressure of period 2 for the Wolfpack.
Great job by Bleed getting to that puck right before Gahagan was able to cover it up with the glove. Gave them an extra 20 seconds there to try and get a play going. Dylan Robrick almost finding the back of the net there.
A lot of traffic in the neutral zone. Finally chipped in by the Phantoms. Slow rolling puck is left by Domingue for Matthew Robertson, the Edmonton native, in his 4th year here with the Wolfpack, and he's on pace for a career year. He has a goal and 2 assists against the Phantoms this year. Check that, a goal and 1 assist for 2 points. Ruedel out to center, went off of Andre, right back into the Wolfpack zone. Ruedel banks it off the boards, chasing after it is McConnell Barker. It's steered into the corner by Gahagan. Picked up by Korzak, left wing side, lost it to Grans. Off the skates of Korzak, McConnell Barker digs it free. Went off the skates of Jenkins, it comes to Andre, who chips it out to center, to Amala, to the blue line, away from Mancini. Picked up by Harper, banked ahead for McConnell Barker, but intercepted by Grans, who nearly had his pocket picked by Jenkins. Now Denoyer, right wing side. Light bump from Harper, forced him to dump it in. To Amala, tied up with Mancini. Wolfpack get the pockets. McConnell Barker, left wing side. Pass too far in front of Jenkins. He'll pick it up, get to center, and dump it in as Hartford makes a change with just over 3.5 gone by. Belpedio tipped into the zone by Garrett Wilson. Fury first one on it, turned on the Jets. He has Gardner out in front. Played up the left wing board. Ginning carries it down low. Adam Ginning into the slot, shot by Gardner, and a save by Domingue. Mancini ran into his own D-man Harper, but he picks it up and plays it up the boards. Sikora couldn't get it out first chance. Wilson muscles to keep it in, then lost it to Sikora, who moves up on the right wing side. He's got Suis with him. Sikora into the zone, pulls up looking for Suis. Went off of Ginning and picked up by Gardner. Brett Gardner on the right wing. Pass too far ahead for Ginning. Picked up by Casey Fitzgerald. Off the skates of Jake Lecision. He'll carry it in right wing side. Now Sikora, puck popped to him. Off of Suis. Sikora's shot off the stick of Gardner and wide. Suis working in the left wing corner. Chipped away by Gardner. Pressured by Sikora. Gardner's got time and he'll flip it out to center ice. Scanlon trying to play the bouncing puck with Fury bearing down on him. Scanlon able to peel off. Phantoms making changes. This is Casey Fitzgerald up ahead for Belzile. Did he get a piece? Yes, he did. Icing waved off on the far side linesman. Ginning down low, Belpedio misplayed it. Bleed. Now Belzile. He'll try and play it to Ruedel, who's able to keep it in the zone. Fire it toward the goal. Went off of Ginning. Comes to Avon, and he'll speed up ahead across center. Chips it off the right wing boards. Avon getting inside on Robertson, but Ruedel closed the lane. Swung down low for Gaucher, banked off the boards for Andre, who had pinched in. A bit of a miscommunication, and that puck comes down the ice into the Phantom zone. Collected by Grans, snapped away from Bleed, right onto Domingue. Louis wants to play it out to neutral, picked up by Belzile. Up ahead for Hoffman, Bleed going to the goal. Hoffman pulls up, didn't have a passing lane. Working on the right wing side, trying to shake off Gaucher. They got tied up. Lost it to Andre, up ahead for Avon, 14:37 to go in the period. J.R. Avon looking to dance his way to the goal, and defended well by Mackey, lost a handle on the puck. Robertson tied up by Gaucher, chips it into the corner. Mackey chasing after it, beats Wisdom to it. Off Robrick out to center, now Jenkins in with Hemelash. Here's Blake Jenkins in for Hemelash, and a save by Gahagan. Mancini D-to-D, Mackey a shot, then another save by Gahagan with 14:13 to go. On a bid from the left wing side from Mackey. And Sean, it was Jenkins looking for Hemelash, but that puck ended up on Gahagan. And a chance in front for Hemelash, just couldn't get possession to lift it.
Yeah, Hartford's had to work hard for their chances this period, as it feels like Lehigh Valley is able to get either just a leg or a stick on every single passing attempt that goes across the middle. But that time, quick D-to-D work there for Mancini. And of course, Robertson, we were praising his game moments ago. He's able to get a lane to find that all the way to Gahagan. Didn't catch anything along the way. He's able to see that through and make a clean save.
Lecision sent out of the circle. Korzak will dig in. Lecision goes to the right wing. McConnell Barker to the left. Face off to the right of the goaltender, Parker Gahagan. It's one cleanly by the Wolfpack. Mancini, a shot, a save by Gahagan, who bobbles it and hangs on for a whistle with 14:10 to go in period 2.
And it was Mancini, as we know, who had that overtime winner yesterday. Certainly has a lot more confidence shooting the puck, especially here in Hartford. Just a quick wrister there right off the draw. Some bodies in front of the net there, but Gahagan again able to make the save.
Face off now to Gahagan's left. It's Jake Lecision, Rodrigo Abels in the circle. Waiting for the puck to be dropped by the linesman, Nick Berganti. Off the draw, Phantoms gain possession, and it's Gleason who will control an exit out of the zone on the left wing side, firing it into the Wolfpack zone. Settled down by Domingue. He'll quickly play it up ahead for Korzak to aid the transition game. Plays it over left wing side, McConnell Barker. Chips it in deep, Bernard, first one there for the Phantoms. Gleason up the boards, Mackey trying to keep it in, had it poked away from him by Eklund. Abels lost it at center, picked up by the Wolfpack. Moving it up ahead, McConnell Barker. Cross the ice, Korzak a shot. Blocked on the way in by Bernard, who chips it up the boards. Corralled by Abels, who sends it out to center. But Mackey able to settle it with 13.5 to go in period 2.
Nice play there by Korzak. That was not an easy pass to settle down. He's able to get a scoring chance right after.
Mancini dancing in on the left wing side. Mancini around Gleason. Mancini chipped it into the right wing corner. Just couldn't get it on goal, but pretty moves to the neutral zone and in on the left wing side with the rookie Victor Mancini. Harper stretch pass tipped into the zone by Suis. Belzile kept it in for a moment. Phantom's able to clear it out. Icing waved off. Harper chasing after it. He'll win the foot race. Hard rim around the board. Suis waiting. Left wing side. Now cross ice pass too far ahead of Hoffman. Picked up by Ginning and sent out to center. Suis turns and fires it back in. Hoffman tags up. Allows Gahagan to settle. Leave it for Ginning. 12:50 to go in period number 2. Ginning will fire it over to the right wing side. Belpedio. Massimo Rizzo up ahead. Here comes Rizzo with Denoye. Rizzo shot deflected by Harper into the left wing corner and up and out of play with 12:40 to go in period number 2. Shots on goal, 11 apiece. Good action in this one. Let's toss it back to the Jumbotron for more 50th anniversary celebrations.
Terry Birch from the Calder Cup championship winning team. Just want to congratulate you on 50 years of hockey in Hartford. A fond memory of mine is my son being born there while I played. And one that I'll never be forgotten is when we won the Calder Cup championship.
Hey Wolfpack fans, Stephen Fogarty here. I just wanted to congratulate you all on 50 amazing years of hockey in Hartford. I loved my time there. No better place to start my pro career. So here's to another great 50 years and go Pack.
Hey Wolfpack fans, Tim Gettinger here. Just want to say congratulations on 50 years of hockey in the city of Hartford. I love my time there and hopefully all the best for the next 50 years.
What's up Wolfpack fans? Ty Emerson here. Just wanted to reach out and say congratulations on 50 years of pro hockey in Hartford. I really enjoyed my time playing there and really enjoyed playing in front of all you guys. Cheers to 50 more.
Hey Wolfpack fans, it's Johnny Brodzinski. Congratulations on 50 years of professional hockey in Hartford. I'm honored to have worn the captaincy in front of everybody in Hartford, and good luck on 50 more years.
Number of Wolfpack alumni, Sean, including the former captain, Johnny Brodzinski. Group of guys, and very thankful to all of them for taking the time out of their busy schedule to send us those videos. I know Stephen Fogarty's not playing anymore, but he might have the busiest schedule. White just had twins recently.
Wow, congratulations.
Tuamala into the left wing corner for Denoye. Tuamala able to pick it back up. Working his blade, Jenkins pops to the front of the goal. Domingue wanted to cover it, but he couldn't get a handle on it. Belpedio in behind the Hartford goal. Loose puck corralled by Matthew Robertson. Played up ahead and swung out to neutral by the Wolfpack. It was Anton Bleed who got the backhander up and out of the zone. Adam Ginning in his own end will get this to Belpedio. Out to center, Denoye. Played ahead by Robertson. Belpedio turned it over. Robertson flips it into the right wing corner. Jenkins gets on his horsey and Ginning collide in the right wing corner of the Phantom zone. Denoye pestered by Sikora. 11:55 to go in period 2. Kept in at the point by Mackey. He'll send it down low. Jenkins leaves it for Sikora. Pressured by Denoye, who poked it away from him. Pinching in is Casey Fitzgerald. Tried to leave it for Bleed. Down low for Fitzgerald. The backhander was blocked. Popped to Denoye, and he'll sift it out to center. It'll bleed into the Wolfpack zone where Dylan Robrick, fresh onto the ice, is able to corral. Mackey for Fitzgerald with 11:29 to go in the period. Dylan Robrick up ahead. Here's McConnell Barker for Hemelash. Saved by Gahagan. Yaroslav Hemelash has been buzzing tonight, but he's denied again by Parker Gahagan.
That's not an easy save to make either. He's able to get a shoulder on that one as Hemelash was looking to go high.
Robrick couldn't keep it in despite a valiant effort. It comes into the Wolfpack zone. Mackey is there. Connor Mackey will play it out for Bryce McConnell Barker. Banked off the boards. Chasing after it is Robrick. He'll win the foot race ahead of Belpedio. Absorbs the check. Lost a handle on it. Hemelash couldn't get it away from Gardner. He takes a return feed from Garrett Wilson. Rhett Gardner leaves it. Brendan Fury pressured by Hemelash. Forced along the left wing boards. Fury will turn. Fire it down low. Gardner left the puck behind. He was worked on by Scanlon. This is Grans. Poked at by Brandon Scanlon and then dumped down to the ice along the end boards with 10:35 to go. Brendan Fury being worked on by Victor Mancini. Sent down low for Grans. Gets away from him. in. Foot race. McConnell Barker beaten to it by Andre. Played it to the line, but Gardner didn't realize it. And it will come all the way back to the Phantom blue line. That'll benefit the Wolfpack as they can make a bit of a change here with 10:17 to go in the stanza. This is J.R. Avon. Gets it across. Walking in his wisdom. A shot whistled wide. Nathan Suis worked on by Andre. Puck comes to Mancini. Plays it into the right wing corner out of the reach of Scanlon. Gets on his horse, beats Wisdom to it. Scanlon under pressure will play it back behind his own goal. Mancini is there. Nearly turned it over. Belzile. It's in his feet. He'll chip it off the plexi into the neutral zone. Right at the red line, it's Andre. He'll turn and volley it right back in. So the Wolfpack have had some good zone time in this period, Sean. But it's the Phantoms here recently who are starting to apply the pressure again. Belzile will carry it in. Belzile, a low shot that goes wide. Lecision swipes it down low. Belzile into the left wing corner. Harper back to Belzile to the line. Fitzgerald, the shot. A dribbler is gobbled up by Gahagan. Off his own man, Bernard. And a great adjustment by Gahagan to keep this game without a goal with 9:25 to go in period 2. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey on AHL TV on FloHockey, and Mixler will step aside.
The Hartford Wolfpack would like to recognize and honor members of our community who have served and are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces through our Military Member of the Game initiative. That's on the Jumbotron and receive 4 tickets to the Wolfpack game that they are being recognized at. To nominate the hero in your life as the Military Member of the Game, presented by General Dynamics Electric Boat, please visit hartfordwolfpack.com/military. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com/military. Space is limited. Hockey Happy Hour presented by Minuteman Press Hartford is back for the 2024-25 Wolfpack season. Ticketed fans are welcome to the Electric Boat Heritage Club at the XL Center 2 hours prior to puck drop for every Friday and Saturday regular season home game. Fans can purchase a $10 wristband to receive access to the Chill Zone, where they can enjoy an appetizer buffet and $2 12-ounce domestic draft beers until the start of the game. More information and tickets are available at hartfordwolfpack.com.
Hi, this is Alex Belzile. You're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. He's Sean Dufresne and Alex Thomas. We are still looking for our first goal in this hockey game, and there's been some good action in this one, Sean. Shots on goal 13-12 in favor of the Wolfpack and an O-zone draw coming up here.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Phantoms starting to dig into the O-zone a little bit now in the last couple of minutes. Pressuring Hartford, but they come the other way, and that dribbler, like you mentioned, the point shot from Fitzgerald off the stick of Bernard. Gahagan had to adjust to make that save and keep this game scoreless. But it has once again been a back-and-forth period.
D-zone draw won by the Phantoms. They try to get it out. It gets through Fitzgerald as Korzak did not keep it in. A bit of a late whistle for an offside, but 9:18 to go, and this, I believe, will come out into the neutral zone in front of the Wolfpack bench.
Ginning and Bleed had a little bit of a interaction there. He's still jawing at him. I'm not sure if something happened earlier in this contest, but certainly something to keep an eye on, the two Swedes.
These two teams will meet one more time this year, February 8th in Allentown. Casey Fitzgerald will pick this up. Swipes it across for Korzak, who moves into the zone. Korzak trying to leave it for Bleed. He puts a one-handed backhander onto the goal that Gahagan is able to deny. Oh, Sean, I didn't think it was going to be possible for Bleed to get that puck on goal. Excellent effort by the veteran Swede.
And Korzak's had a real hard-working game to this point this evening. Making a couple nice plays to set up his teammates there.
There's a shot from Eklund to Reiser that goes off the plexi, and now trying to counter the other way is Hoffman with speed. Hoffman onside, it's Bleed. Trying to return him, but the pass is broken up by Andre. Puck comes into the left wing corner. Robertson will pinch in to keep it alive. Rims it around the boards, right wing side. Sikora, that ever-running motor, able to keep it alive down low for Hartford. Hoffman out there with Sikora and Emilage, who's had a great game tonight, but is yet to be rewarded for it. Rodrigo Abels will carry it out, and a penalty, I believe, is going to come here against the Phantoms. It is. And then Grant with a second dump on Hoffman. He'll be lucky if that's not four. Belzile across for Robertson. The Wolfpack can have a power play here as soon as the Phantoms touch it. Jenkins, Ruedel walks the line, gives it across Jenkins, has Sikora in front. Here's Hebelash, couldn't get a stick on it. Now we get a whistle with 7:51 to go and a penalty coming here against the Phantoms. The Wolfpack, Sean, 0 for 3 last night, just 3 for 18 in the season series, but they've worked their way up to 15th in the league, 17.09%, as they'll go to work against the 14th ranked penalty kill at 83.33%.
And you just saw on the screen there, Kronz trying to make a case there, but I mean, especially after that second action, certainly not something that the Wolfpack fans like to see here, but it looked like he was tied up with Othman in the corner there.
Yeah.
They gave him a shot coming out of the corner. Othman went down, and Kronz clearly was not happy about that. I'm not sure if he felt like it was an overreaction as we see it here. Tied up in the corner there, and yeah, Othman had his stick tied up. I think he just tried to get off of it, but yeah, I mean, Kronz kind of wrapped his arm around Othman's head there, pulled him down to the ice.
Mancini off the faceoff win. Belzile for Suis out in front. It was blocked and his second chance went wide. Suis, another shot and a save by Gahagan. With Bo Greer recalled to the New York Rangers, Sean, it's Nathan Suis who jumps onto this top unit with Lecision, Othman and Belzile. They're the 4 forwards. Mancini is a defenseman. And right off a faceoff win, they get a good look 9 seconds into the power play. Faceoff will come to the left of Gahagan. Left to right, it'll be Othman, Lecision, Suis. Belzile lined up to the left of Lecision. To the right is Mancini, Abols, and Denoye, I believe, the penalty killing forwards, with Ginning and Belpedio on the blue line. Belpedio will find it, and a favorable call for the Wolfpack, and a shot from Lecision is knocked away by Gahagan. Sean, I don't know if Belzile kept that in. I don't think he did, but they'll play on.
That was pretty close. It looked like the linesman backed up because he thought it was clearing the zone, so they let it go.
Now Mancini dishes Belzile, left wing circle in front, off Suis' skate and into the chest of Gahagan, who hangs on for a whistle. And Sean, in the first 35 seconds, the Wolfpack are pouring on the pressure here against the Phantoms.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that's the second time this period there's been a redirection at point-blank range in front of Gahagan that he's had to adjust to make the save. And as you mentioned, this opening 35 seconds, pure domination from Hartford. And you think back to that first sequence, just 9 seconds it took to nearly get one by Gahagan there. Sucis looked like he was open to shoot, but he opted for one more pass backdoor, just barely missed. But they're going to keep this top unit out here. Why not?
Face off to the left of Gahagan, won by Lecision. Mancini kind of flubbed on the shot, and it came right to a Phantom. And it's cleared down the length of the ice. Domingue out to settle it. Gardner and Wilson, the penalty killing forwards, with Andre and Ginning in the blue line. Dylan Robrick is now out there for Hartford as he jumps out onto the ice, I believe, in place of Othman, as Belzile will carry it in. Dishes off for Jake Lecision, drops it to the line for Mancini. As I believe it was Robrick was dumped down to the ice. No, it was Lecision, Mancini takes a feed at the blue line, and now in the crease we got a fight between Ginning and Belzile, and Ginning leans on him and tackles him down to the ice.
And Lecision's favoring something after that collision with Ginning as he entered the zone.
He wants another penalty here. He was dumped down, interfered with, they didn't call it.
Not something you see often, an O-zone fight when you're on the power play, but Belzile, of course, going to stand up for his teammate as he's going to hear it from Garrett Wilson. Not even a minute, just over a minute now into this power play, but action there didn't take much there for them to drop the mitts. And yeah, nothing really happening there in the fight, as you mentioned. Ginning kind of using his weight to just put that one away in a couple seconds.
Not sure what they're still conversing over here.
I'll tell you what, if it's anything about an instigator,
Sean,
I don't. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up.
Don't make me blow up.
I'll tell you what, I had the pleasure of being a spectator last week in Bridgeport. I think I could see you from my seat. There was a little bit of a questionable instigator call. I could tell you're upset. I could read the body language.
Well, you know what? You've been around for almost 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
You know,
But I just knew that's something that has irked you a couple times this season. It looks like we're going to stay 5-on-4.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 inches fighting. Well, listen, I didn't get a ton of sleep last night. I don't know how angry I can get over something like that tonight.
That's totally understandable.
So it's 5 each for fighting. Phantoms win the face-off. Wolfpack still in the power play here for 43 seconds. It's Robertson, the defenseman, with Hemelage, Sikora, McConnell, Barker, and Robrick. So it's the second unit that goes to work here. They've had some success since the calendar flipped from November to December. Sikora to the line. Robertson keeps it in, has space, shoots off the skates of Belpedio to the right wing boards. Robrick wanders into the right wing circle, ditched it back up top for Robertson. Robertson holds, waits, shot blocked. Robertson finds a loose puck, gets it back, dishes it off. McConnell Barker, his shot stopped by Gahagan. Rebound into the left wing corner. McConnell Barker up the boards and just out of the zone. Robertson blew a tire. Shorthanded, Garrett Wilson scores. A shorthanded goal, the 5th of the year for the Phantoms and the 4th given up by the Wolfpack this season. Robertson stumbled trying to keep it in the neutral zone, and Wilson just loads the gun from the top of the hash marks and beats Domingue. 1-0 Phantoms.
Not something you see often, a slap shot breakaway, but Wilson went for it there and certainly picked his spot. So that's a real one. That's a real tough one to give up right at the end of the power play for Hartford, as Robertson did everything he could to try and keep that puck in the zone, but then just stumbled there and gave Wilson all the space he needed.
8th goal of the year for Garrett Wilson, 15 points, 2nd goal against Hartford. It is the 4th shorthanded goal allowed by the Wolfpack this year, their first since the Teddy Bear Toss game here in early December when they gave up 2 against Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And it's just a blown tire, Sean. It's just a bad luck play. There's no blame to go along. Sometimes the luck just doesn't go in your favor, and it didn't there. And Wilson, a pinpoint slap shot from between the hash marks, says, in a game when goals have been at obviously a premium, it is the Phantoms who strike first. The Wolfpack have been uncharacteristically unable to score at home lately, Sean. They have just one goal their last 2 games at home, both losses against Providence. Back to the line, Grans will work to the right wing side, gets it to Gleason, walks in, fires, saved by Domingue. The rebound picked up by Korzak, he'll flip it out to center.
And you see Gleason tries for the slap shot, as that's what beat Domingue moments ago off the stick of Garrett Wilson. This time Domingue up to the task there.
So now the Wolfpack, who had the better of the play, it felt like, Sean, in period 2, as that's off the decision
I
out.
have to agree with you there. I mean, the energy early on in that power play, it really felt like something was brewing there. And then the fight happens with Ginning and Belzile, and all of a sudden it's a 1-0 game in favor of Lehigh Valley.
Well, step aside. It's 1-0 Phantoms on Garrett Wilson's 8th of the year. This one coming shorthanded.
With 36 home games each season, there are plenty of opportunities to give your group a night out they'll remember. Bring your group of 10 plus to the XL Center to support the Hartford Wolfpack all season long. Whether it's a social outing or a birthday party, we have a package for you. Are you a part of a youth hockey or a school group looking for a way to upgrade your group experience? Visit us at hartfordwolfpack.com/groups. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com/groups. Your Hartford Wolfpack are back on the ice. Join us at the XL Center for the hard-hitting action all season long. Looking for a fun night out? $2 beers and $2 hot dogs are available every Friday night. There will be plenty of other entertainment throughout the Wolfpack season, like opportunities to celebrate 50 years of professional hockey in Hartford or our fan favorite Hockey and Hops. Save money with the CTDOT Family Value Pack throughout the season to select games. More information and tickets are available at hartfordwolfpack.com. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com.
Hi, I'm Grant Patolny, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth alongside Sean Dufresne and Alex Thomas. And Sean, for the 2nd straight night, it's the Wolfpack giving up the first goal to this Phantom team, and it is a short-handed marker for Garrett Wilson. And now the Wolfpack will have to do something they've only done 3 times all season, and that's find a way to win a game when giving up the first goal. The good news is they did it less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, that's something you had mentioned heading into this period, that, you know, the team that usually scores first in this season series has ended up winning. And then statistically with Hartford this season, of course, they've struggled a little bit when they allow the first goal, but it has happened before. It happened last night. Certainly a trend that can change in the new year.
So the draw will come at center ice, 4:49 to go. Shots on goal 18-14 here in this hockey game. It's Garrett Wilson, the unassisted shorthanded goal. That is the only tally of this hockey game so far. And the Phantoms, an unforced error. They're going to ice the puck off that center ice draw and hand Hartford an O-zone draw. The good news for the Phantoms is, Sean, there's not a fatigue issue here. They're just coming out of the military member of the game media timeout. So,
yeah, well, I mean, you think about what led to that goal from Garrett Wilson, and it wasn't a lack of effort by any means. Robertson's trying to keep the puck in the zone, ends up blowing a tire there trying to do so. The intention was there.
Scanlon working down the left wing wall. He has Hoffman in front. Shot was off Hoffman. Didn't reach the net. Fitzgerald pitches in, keeps it alive. Couldn't get a shot away. And here comes a speedy J.R. Avon. Working in left wing side. Defended well by Suis and cleaned up by Fitzgerald. But he lost the puck down low to Wisdom. Fitzgerald, all kinds of held up by Avon. No call. Now a shot from the left wing side and a save by Deming on Zane Wisdom and some pushing and shoving. Fitzgerald and Avon come together. Well, no doubt about it, Fitzgerald was kind of tied up there down low. He wanted a call, lost his stick, but in a game that, we only see one power play. It's been a cleanly played game, so it's not as if anything egregious has been missed.
Right.
I don't think you're getting a call there.
Yeah, I mean, when you think back to the first period, 8 shots aside, not really that much feistiness after the whistles, if you will, for the lack of a better word. But that certainly is not the case this period, and we've had a fight. Ginning and Belzile, who are still in the box for a few more minutes. After there, Fitzgerald obviously frustrated after he's held up, loses a stick, and gives it to Abels there for a little bit. But it's certainly a situation where Lehigh Valley hasn't had a power play yet, but they're starting to get some chances now after that icebreaker.
Oh, Garrett Wilson working the officials from the bench, looking for that first power play.
Yeah.
Denoyer in the right wing corner. He's a master at that. And that's not an insult, it's a compliment.
Right, he doesn't sit down very much on the bench, that's for sure.
And just as you say that, he gets to his feet and starts.
You say, I'm in year 2 now. I'm starting to pick up on a couple things.
Kept in Sikora, left wing side. His shot stopped by Gahagan. The rebound, Hemelash. Trying to bank it off the boards. Good stick, Denoyer breaks it up. Moves it up ahead for the Phantoms. Elliot Denoyer cross center. Has Rizzo going to the goal. Sent down low. Massimo Rizzo. Tuamala out in front. Trying to feed him. Denoyer backhander saved by Deming. And the rebound trickles wide into the corner. Hemelash up the boards. Kept in left wing side. Belpedio. Now Rizzo, Phantom starting to apply pressure, centering attempt for Tuamala, broken up by the stick of Sikora. Here comes Ben Harper, up ahead for Hemelash. He'll one-hand it into the zone, then negate icing as he peels off for a change. 3:19 to go in period 2. Wolfpack have 20 shots, and they're on pace for a little over 30 here tonight, Sean. That's a pretty good volume on Parker Gahagan, but give Gahagan some credit. He's been pretty good. Although Hartford, with those 20 shots, have only had a handful of high dangers. They got to make him work a little more, I would think. McConnell Parker to the speedy Jenkins into the left wing corner. Worked on by Gleason. McConnell Parker looking for bleed. He had his stick tied up by Gardner. Now Gleason will counter the other way. Ben Gleason, right wing side. Defended well by Robertson. McConnell Parker up ahead for bleed. Trying to spring him in, but the pass too far ahead. Oh boy. Bleed with a hit on Belpedio. Belpedio didn't like it, and he jumps Bleed immediately and continues to fire while he's on the ground. No doubt that was going to be a boarding call on Anton Bleed. That much was obvious. You got to wonder if Belpedio, I'm not even going to say it. Second fight of the period.
If you'd like me to say it for you, I'd be happy to, but
it's definitely
it was a swift,
call,
definitely a boarding call. Swift response though, and man, he was firing away. Obviously not happy, and it looks like he's going to go over. I'm not sure if this is just going to be. I can't imagine it's a fighting major on Bleed. He didn't really. It wasn't like a nod and then a drop of gloves. As we see the replay.
It's going to be. He's got some punches in. There's going to be 5 inches fighting. There's no doubt about that. Now the question is, here's the real question, Sean.
Not happy.
Is it going to be 2 or is this a 5?
Right.
That's the other question here. This could be a 5-minute major on Bleed.
That was a immediate arm raise from the official after that hit.
And you know what? For all the instigator talk we've had this year, I understand. And Belpedio's still barking. I get why he was not happy with that hit. Your referees are Chad Ingles and Michael Zyla. They're talking with linesman Brent Colby, Nick Briganti between the benches right now. Fitzgerald and Wilson are the captains. They're in that half circle. Louis Belpedio is still parking on Anton Bleed, who's just looking at him. Now, looks like who else is in there parking too?
I think Belzile and Ginning might still be in there.
Well, you mentioned Ginning and Bleed. They have not gotten along either.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to watch them behind the play when they're out there, and they're just talking the entire time. There's a couple hacks here and there. Certainly no love lost between the fellow countrymen there.
So they're going to give Belpedio 2. I think they're going to get him with an instigator here, Sean. And 2 for Bleed. I think that's going to be 4 on 4.
I'll tell you what, maybe.
Or is it going to be 2 each?
Maybe you not bringing it up finally got what you wanted.
Well, here's the thing. I wonder if it's that or if it's a 2 each for roughing, but there was additional penalty on Bleed.
Right.
Which I got to imagine is going to be a boarding call.
Right. It seems like it's going to be 2 for boarding, and then Belpedio is going to pick up a 2 for roughing.
Well, it could be be it. You could be right. They're not going to give each of them 5 for fighting. They're trying to figure it out between the penalty boxes right now.
I mean, I know you mentioned Bleed got a couple shots in there, but it didn't really feel like he.
They're still going at it good here.
Oh my goodness, it's.
Bleed is upstanding.
Losing some air trying to talk over these guys.
Ginning is acting as if Bleed turtles.
Well, I'll tell you what, still a full period of hockey to play. There's a lot that's going to be carrying over into this third period. I'm expecting a lot more of this, and this is what you got to expect out of a rivalry like this. Second half of a back-to-back slate in this home-and-home series. It's been close games between these two all year long. Certainly nothing is different here tonight at the XL Center.
Somebody's got to teach Belpedio and Ginning some manners.
They are still going. I'll tell you what, it's all part of the rivalry.
4 on 4, moving it in. Those gentlemen still having a conversation. Some colorful language in there. We apologize if anything got through.
We'll just say it's cordial.
You're right, Sean. It's 2 for roughing to Belpedio and 2 for boarding to Anton Bleed. So Belpedio ends up negating the power play. Although, I get why he does what he does there. I don't blame him for that. Gardner's shot blocked away by Domingue. Quite frankly, I'm a little surprised they didn't each get 5 for fighting. You were on top of that, though, right from the jump.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, especially with 11 forwards. 2 forwards getting involved with the fisticuffs a little bit to have just 10 forwards temporarily.
Well, now, Hartford now down to 9. Remember, they're going 11-7. Goes Shea. Muscle down by Scanlon. Wolfpack scored their first 4-on-4 goal this season Sunday in Bridgeport. It was Bo Grew did it. 95 seconds to go in the period. Hartford down 1-0. Scanlon leaves this for Nathan Suis. Run into by Tuamala. Keeps puck possession. Hartford onside. Lecision up ahead. Suis on the left wing trying to shake off Gleason. Suis to the line. Scanlon creates a little space. Working one-on-one against Gleason. Scanlon leaves it. Mancini. Suis with Lecision net front. Scanlon was going for a change. Lecision tried to feed him. Phantoms wanted a 2-minute man on the ice call, but a fifth skater never even got on the ice. That shot was tipped wide by Suis out to center. Mackey up ahead for Lecision. Suis changes. This is Hemilash. Comes in on the right wing. Lost a handle on the puck, trying to shake off Andre. Hemilash looking to play it up the boards. Off to Amala. Hemilash still has it. Trying to feed the trailer. Mancini was behind him and out to the Hartford blue line. Mancini up ahead with just seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Mackey up ahead for Hemilash. Yaroslav Hemilash pass was behind Mackey. Look out. Here's Gendron and a great stick check by Hemilash to knock it away. Chipped up to the line. Bleed is out of the box along with Belpedio. We'll see if anything comes out of that, but the Wolfpack ice it with 23.1 seconds to go. Well, Sean, I'll tell you, Hartford, unless they get a late goal here, as Ginning and Belzile now released from the box, unless they can get a late goal here, they're going to go down into the third period, down 1-0. But overall, they've had a solid game, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
They just haven't been able to finish.
Yeah, I mean, you got to tip the cap to Parker Gahagan, of course. I mean, there's been a lot of point-blank changes in direction with the puck, whether it's bouncing off their own man or a stick or a skate, whatever it may be. He's been able to stand tall and shut the door so far through 2 periods, up until this point at least. You never know what can happen in 23 seconds. But, yeah, I mean, it certainly isn't a lack of effort tonight for the Wolfpack.
Grans gives it across. Belpedio, a shot. Saved by Domingue. The rebound cleared away by Anton Bleed. Into the Phantom zone. Grans with 10 seconds. They'll have the last rush of the period if they want it. Grans' stretch pass off a stick Domingue out to play it. He'll lift it to center. 4 seconds to go. Glove down by Grans, and the Phantoms will take a 1-0 lead into the third period on a shorthanded goal from Garrett Wilson. And the Wolfpack, Sean, will look to do something they've done just once this year. That's win a hockey game, went down after 2. But I'll tell you, we just talked about it. This game doesn't feel like the normal games we've seen with Hartford down by 2, where the effort's been there, but the execution's not. Tonight it feels like they're playing a good game. The process is there. You got to think if they play another 20 minutes the way they to up that, Sean, to about 15 in the third period.
Yeah, and moments before the Phantoms got on the board there, I was going to be complimentary of their penalty kill because they play a very aggressive style. They don't really wait for the play to come to them. They try and keep them around the perimeter. And, I mean, you saw right there, Garrett Wilson was basically at the blue line when Robertson blew a tire there, and he was quickly able to get a breakaway out of that. You see some more conservative penalty kills around the American Hockey League. I don't think every team would be able to make that play, but Garrett Wilson was able to be up there and obviously make the Wolfpack pay for it with the clapper there. But yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of praise for the Wolfpack's game tonight. It certainly isn't a tall task, I would say, just down a goal when you've had some good chances tonight.
Yep.
And it's obviously a goalie, Parker Gahagan. He's played just 5 games this season, but he's 3-1-1. He certainly wants to prove something to this team because it's been a lot of rotation between the pipes for the Phantoms this season. You think about Etu Makiniemi getting injured earlier in the year. That opened the door for a couple goalies to get a try between the pipes there. Cal Peterson, I know, has gotten some games. Alexei Kolosov is up with the Flyers now. But just a great performance for him through 2 periods.
Wolfpack will have to find a come-from-behind victory. They've done it just once back on October 30th against Grand Rapids. They were down 2-0 in that game. 1-3-2 in overtime. They'll look to treat this great crowd tonight to a come-from-behind win. After 2, it's Lehigh Valley 1, Hartford 0. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, it's time for the Wolfpack Intermission Report.
Let's pack the den with this unique ticket special. For 12 hours on the 12th of every month, you can score $12 tickets plus fees to the Wolfpack's home game on Friday, April 11th. Make sure you set those calendar reminders so that you don't miss out on this unique deal. This deal runs from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the 12th of every month. Visit HartwolfPack.com/packtheden and unlock the promo code PTD411. Again, that's HartwolfPack.com/packtheden and unlock the promo code PTD411. As a reminder, do not select your seats or tickets until after you have unlocked the promo.
I'm Bryce McConnell-Barker, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the Wolfpack Intermission Report alongside Sean Dufresne and Alex Thomas. Busy night in the American League tonight, as is typical of a Saturday evening, and Sean going to take us around the AHL.
Yeah, quite a few games to run through here, and we'll start with our lone final score this evening. Mike Vecchione completing the hat trick with an empty netter to close out the Charlotte Checkers on the road for Hershey. This one a 4-2 win for the Bears. Now for our games that are underway, we'll start in Cleveland, as previously it was Cleveland holding a 1-0 lead over the visiting Laval Rocket. But Owen Beck would tie the game at 16-17 in the second period, now knotted at 1 apiece after 2 periods. Still looking for our first goal in Grand Rapids as the Griffins host the Manitoba Moose, this one through 2 periods. The Syracuse Crunch hold a 4-1 lead over the Rochester Americans. They were previously up 3-0. A quick goal from Fiddler Schultz in the second period would put Rochester on the board, but a quick response moments later from Milo Rowlands would make it a 4-1 lead for the Crunch. Third period has just begun in Syracuse. After 2 in Utica, it's the Comets trying to knock off the Toronto Marlies as they hold a 2-1 lead after 2 periods. This would be a big upset for the Comets in this North Division bout as they are 8-18-2-2, hosting the 18-9-2-3 Marlies. After 2 in Springfield, it's Hartford's opponent tomorrow night, the Springfield Thunderbirds hosting the Providence Bruins, and they maintain their lead over Providence through 2 periods, this time by a score of 3-2. Still looking for our first goal in Rockford as it's the Ice Hogs hosting the Texas Stars to the BMO Center. Again, looking for our first goal after 1. Now for our games yet to begin tonight, we'll start with a couple 9 p.m. puck drops, the first of which in Coachella Valley, as it's the Firebirds hosting the Chicago Wolves. We also have the Tucson Roadrunners taking a trip to San Diego to take on the Gulls. At 9:05, it's the Colorado Eagles taking on the red-hot Calgary Wranglers, coming into this one 23-11, 1-0. This one at the Blue Arena in Loveland. Now for our two 10 p.m. puck drops, the Henderson Silver Knights in Abbotsford to take on the Canucks, and it's the Bakersfield Condors looking to get above 500 as they take on a very good 20-11-0-2 San Jose Barracuda team.
Busy night in the AHL tonight. The only goal here in Hartford is a shorthanded goal for Garrett Wilson. An unassisted shorthanded tally, the 5th of the year for the Phantoms, the 4th allowed this season by the Wolfpack. And it has Lehigh Valley 20 minutes away from a road win here in Hartford. The Wolfpack, Sean, they were one of the best offenses in the AHL at home until right before Christmas. Well, they were shut out here 1-0 on the 20th of December, lost 4-1 here on December 28th. No goals tonight through 40 minutes. They've got to get the power plug back in here at home if they want to have a chance to treat this great crowd to a victory here tonight. Still to come, Sean will take us around the National Hockey League on a busy Saturday night. But first, Nick Nolenberger, AHL Plays of the Week. Enjoy, everybody.
Hello, hockey fans. Welcome to another edition of the AHL Plays of the Week. I'm Nick Nolenberger, the voice of the San Jose Barracuda. We start in Milwaukee, where the Manitoba Moose upended the Milwaukee Admirals with a second left in overtime. Dylan Anhorn had the buzzer beater, and Daniel Fink had the play-by-play.
Ford cutting down the left wing, right to the front of the net. Krona, another save. Wagner digs it loose. 3 seconds left. Time for one last shot. They score! Buzzer beater, overtime winner, and the Moose take this one 4-3.
The first place Rochester Americans began 2025 with back-to-back road wins. On Saturday in Bridgeport, third-year pro Graham Slaggert broke open a 2-2 tie in the second period while down a man, marking the first time in 35 years that a Amherst player has scored 5 shorties in a season. Andrew Mossbrooks had the description.
As Bridgeport carries it back in, but they lose it, and a loose puck found by Slaggert. Breakaway, and he scores! Graham Slaggert again! Short-handed, his 5th short-handed goal of the season, as Graham Slaggert is a magician when down a man. The Amherst back up, it's 3-2.
We stay in Bridgeport. On Sunday, Hartford Wolfpack forward Bo Grew struck twice in a 5-1 win for the Wolfpack over the Islanders in the Battle of Connecticut. The former Ducks prospect Grew's second goal in team-leading 11th came on the power play in the second period and proved to be the game winner. Alex Thomas, voice of the pack, provides the details.
10 seconds, 5-on-3 time left. Offman, down low, in front, Lasigian, saved by Shkarik. Belzile trying to bank it off Shkarik and into the goal. It went off Shkarik. Puck doesn't get out. Kept in Belzile. Offman 5-on-4. Dishes firing and scoring. It's Bo Grew again. One-timer power play goal to Cobb Hartford.
Off to the Lone Star State. The Texas Stars continue to heat up, winners of 7 of 8. On Saturday, they ran the Tucson Roadrunners out of town with a 5-0 win. Back from the Spangler Cup, Captain Curtis McKenzie kick-started the celebration. John Peterson with the play-by-play.
This time, Onyebuchi throws it to the Texas line where it's bunted out of the air by Loft, pushed ahead by McKenzie, brought through by Wheatcroft. He dangles, centers, they score! McKenzie!
Off to Utica, where the Belleville Senators exploded for a season-high 7 goals in a 7-2 win over the Comets, and in the process snapped a 4-game losing skid. Wyatt Bongiovanni was at the heart of the offensive explosion, notching his first AHL hat-trick. David Foote with the final of Bongiovanni's 3 tallies.
Across it comes for Sabrango. Down the half wall, a pass for Pilon. Off the wall, he comes and shoots, rebound, scores! A hat trick for Wyatt Bongiovanni. And the Senators are up 7-1. They've set a new high for goals in a game this season.
We stay in the state of New York, where the Lehigh Valley Phantoms needed extra time to defeat the Syracuse Crunch on Saturday. Lehigh Valley leads the AHL with 13 overtime games this season and also tops the league with 7 OT wins. Bob Roatruck on the call for the team's latest 3-on-3 triumph in snowy Syracuse.
Now Syracuse has it, and stolen right back by Louis Belpedio. Overtime winner at Cleveland in December. 4 overtime goals with Lehigh Valley. Hands it off, dangling it on goal. Score! It's Brendan Furry! Yes, sir! From Louis Belpedio! What a play and what a win! And the Phantoms have won their league-leading 7th overtime game of the season.
Now off to San Jose. The San Jose Barracuda avenged a 4-2 loss on Saturday against the Colorado Eagles with a 4-3 win on Sunday against Colorado. The Barracuda jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the opening period when third-year pro Thomas Bordeleau intercepted the puck at the offensive blue line and then blasted a clapper top shelf.
But we've got to get pucks behind. Now Bordeleau forces a turnover. Coming down the left wing. Loads up a shot. He scores! As he forces the turnover at the offensive blue line and just loaded up the shot, and he beats the Colorado netminder flush. It's a 3-0 lead for the Barracuda.
We close out this week's edition of the AHL Plays of the Week in Hershey. Hershey forward Mike Scarbosa tied the score at 1-1 with the Providence Bruins at the Giant Center, cueing the team's legendary teddy bear toss. What would ensue was a new world record. 102,000 teddy bears collected. After Scarbosa's goal, the Bears would reel off 4 more unanswered en route to the 5-1 win. Zach Fish was there to witness the sight like no other.
To Derek Dubé. Down the right wing. Dubé motoring in. Drops it off. Scarbosa shoots. It scores! Bring on the sweet cuddly mayhem. Mike Scarbosa makes the fur fly. It's teddy bear toss bedlam in Hershey.
That does it for this week's edition of the AHL Plays of the Week. Before we do sign off, we'd like to send our prayers and well wishes to our Southern California friends impacted Barracuda organization. I'm Nick Nolenberger saying so long until next time.
Finding Connecticut is an independent and local source for information about the state of Connecticut. Stay up to date with what's happening in Connecticut by visiting findingconnecticut.com. Are you looking for Connecticut t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and other merch? Shop.findingconnecticut.com has merch by towns, including Hartford, Bridgeport, New Haven, and more. Save 15% on all orders with code HWP15. Free shipping is included with all orders. Again, that's shop.findingconnecticut.com. Fans, now you can experience the AHL like never before. Watch AHL TV on FloHockey.
Gibbons scores! Brandon Scanlon! Overtime! Winner!
Watch HD quality streams of every AHL game, live or on demand, from wherever you are, on your desktop, laptop, tablet, phone, smart TV, or OTT device. Visit FloHockey.tv to join now and never miss a moment of AHL action.
Welcome back inside the booth. Sean Dufresne here to take you around a busy slate in the National Hockey League tonight. 15 games, and we're going to start with our final scores. Just 3 to report to you. The first of which in Sunrise, Florida. A crazy game to start the slate today as the Florida Panthers dropped a 4-3 decision in overtime to the visiting Boston Bruins. The Panthers tied the game 3 apiece with 3 seconds left in the third period, and with 2 seconds left in overtime, David Pastrnak would get the winner. The Seattle Kraken visited the Buffalo Sabres this afternoon, and after the Sabres jumped out to a 2-0 lead, the Kraken would score 6 unanswered to take a 6-2 win to the Sabres. The Ottawa Senators comfortably knocked off the Pittsburgh Penguins this afternoon as well. This one in Pittsburgh, the Senators taking that one 5-0 in a shutout victory. Now for our games underway, the first of which the Vancouver Canucks in Toronto to take on the Maple Leafs. Third period just set to begin here. And it's the Canucks leading this one by a score of 2-0. Both teams have now scored in the Canadian Stars matchup, this one in Montreal, after 2 periods, knotted at 1 apiece. Patrick Laine and Jamie Benn with the goals. The Devils now hold the 2-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning after it was previously tied 1-1. 14:43 now left in the 3rd period. The Flyers have added on a goal in the 2nd period as they host the Anaheim Ducks, now leading by a score of 3-0 after 2. Now for our games in the 3rd period, the Chicago Blackhawks hosting the Edmonton Oilers. Might have jinxed the Blackhawks here. I said an upset watch. The Oilers have rallied back to tie this one at 3 apiece, just 50 seconds into the 3rd period. St. Louis Blues are hosting the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the Blue Jackets have added on a 2nd goal here as they lead the Blues now by a score of 2-0 with 12:56 to go in the 3rd period. The Jets have game now with 18:03 to go in period 3. Still looking for our first goal in Nashville as the Predators host the Washington Capitals just a little under 5 minutes into the 2nd period now. And for our games yet to begin, the New York Islanders are in Utah tonight to take on the Utah Hockey Club. That game once again at 9. And now for our 3:10 p.m. puck drops, a Pacific Division matchup in Calgary sees the Flames host the Los Angeles Kings. The parent club of the Hartford Wolfpack, the New York Rangers, begin their West Coast road trip as they take a trip to Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. 28-10-3. Vegas has been dominant this season. And finally at 10 p.m., it's the San Jose Sharks taking on the Minnesota Wild, this one in San Jose.
And the Rangers, Sean, points in 4 of their last 5. Sam Carrick, the overtime hero on Thursday, in that 3-2 win over New Jersey. He scored 2:48 into overtime. Rangers 3-1-1 in their last 5 games, and they're now 19-20-2. Chance to get to 500. They'll visit Vegas, Colorado, and Utah on this trip. All right, here in Hartford, just 1 goal to report. Came at 14:07 of the 2nd period. Wolfpack's 2nd power play unit unable to keep the puck in the zone. Bit of bad luck. Robertson loses his balance, goes down. Breakaway for Garrett Wilson. Loads the gun and fires a slapper from between the hash marks. I haven't seen somebody do that since Zdeno Chara in a shootout against the Rangers. I must have been a freshman in high school. We're going way back to this now, but he ends up beating Deming, 8th goal of the year, 15th point unassisted, shorthanded at 14:07. Penalties in the 2nd period. Helga Grans for roughing at 12:09. That would be the penalty that the Phantoms would score shorthanded on. Adam Jennings and Alex Belzile, 5 each for fighting at 13:18. Louis Belpedio, 2 for roughing. Anton Bleed, 2 for boarding at 17:22. Wolfpack 0 for 1 in the power play with a shorthanded goal allowed. Shots on goal 12-10 in the 2nd period for Hartford. Game total 20-18. Louis Domingue settles into the goal to our broadcast right. It is Parker Gahagan in goal to our broadcast left. Wolfpack will go right to left across your screen. The Phantoms will go left to right. Wolfpack this season just 3-12-1-0 when giving up the first goal, but one of their 3 wins did come against this Phantom team last night. The Wolfpack just 1-13-0-1 when trailing after 2. Now, their 1 win, October 30th, down 2-0 to Grand Rapids, 1-3-2 in overtime. The shootout loss, opening night against the Phantoms. They were down 3-2 in that game, rather down 2-1 in that game after 2. Would tie at 2-2, fell behind 3-2, tied at 3-3, lost in the shootout. Phantoms, meanwhile, check the stats for them when they lead after 2 periods of play this season. The Phantoms are 8-1-1. All right, Sean, if the Wolfpack are going to find that 2nd comeback victory when trailing after 2, what are they going to do?
Look, it hasn't really been a poor game for them by any means. They're finding ways to get to the net. They're really testing Parker Gahagan this evening. They just haven't been able to solve him yet. You got to try and just continue to get pucks on him, especially early on. We talked about Grant Petoli, how much he loves those strong starts to the period. I thought they had a nice start to the 2nd period. That's going to have to carry over here into period 3 as they are now down a goal and need to really get the energy going.
I'll tell you, Sean, I think Hartford's going to need, I would say, about 15 shots in this period, but they've got to do a better job of getting quality on their shots. It's one of the things I think they haven't done enough of tonight, those high-quality mids. But I'll tell you what, Yaroslav Hemelash has been buzzing here tonight, Sean. He's due for a big moment. Keep that in mind.
He has been a real powder keg. He had a strong 4-game road trip pouring into the new year. And tonight he's been all over the place, especially in the O-zone, trying to create chances. Not afraid to drive it to the net either.
Off the draw, the Wolfpack muscle it into the O-zone, but it's immediately volleyed back up ahead by the Phantoms. Victor Mancini in his own zone, D-to-D. Brandon Scanlon chipped in by Korzak, right wing corner. Chasing after it, Korzak and Sikora, but Gardner wins the race for the Phantoms. Garrett Wilson trying to shake off pressure. Wilson plays it up the boards. Andre off the official, came to Wilson. Fury couldn't get it out. Mancini back down low, intercepted Andre to the line. Glove down, Mancini, shot blocked by Wilson. Rockets out to center, a foot race into the Wolfpack zone. It's Fury, walks in, he shoots, and a save by Domingue. The rebound jammed loose, it's behind the goal. Scanlon had it for a moment, was pressured immediately. Nearly turned it over to Avon in the right wing corner. Chipped up the wall, and Sikora able to take it out to center.
It's been another strong part of the Phantoms game this evening, blocking shots, and especially blocking shots that lead to quality chances the other way, as Fury was able to get a nice shot from the outside in there on Domingue, who had to make a big save early.
Jinning, Wisdom, here's a chance in front. Avon Belpedio had his stick lifted at the last second. A great play by Hoffman. Now moved up ahead, Belzile. Suis offside. Shot came after the whistle. Although it looked like Suis was in the motion of shooting, Sean. And now we got some pushing and shoving.
And the captain, Casey Fitzgerald, quick to jump in for defensive Suis there, as Belpedio clearly still seems pretty irked about what happened in that second period. Trying to get after Suis. It looks like the referees are going to try and control this one here, as they're both going to head off here, probably get some matching roughing penalties. But I like that from Fitzgerald, standing up for his teammate there, as Suis has been a real bright spot in this offense the last couple of games. He's the guy that you want the puck to be on his stick, especially in the last few games there. And just an untimely offsides call there. Felt like the whistle blew right when he released that shot.
Yeah, he was certainly in the motion. I think it was the offsides call was the right call.
Definitely, yeah, the offsides was absolutely right, but
negates a good rush, unfortunately, for Hartford.
Seeing Belpedio trying to do something to galvanize his group, but Fitzgerald's not going to stand for that. Love seeing that out of the Wolfpack captain.
So 2 on the board for Belpedio and Fitzgerald.
Are they gonna go 4-on-4 here? Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It'll be 4-on-4 with a neutral zone draw. Belzile and Hoffman out there for Hartford, with Ruhwedel and Robertson on the blue line. Gaucher will take the draw for the Phantoms, with Avon on his wings, the speedster J.R. Avon. This is moved up ahead by the Phantoms. It's Adam Jinning who's out there with Andre. They're the defenseman. Robertson handles the puck. Left wing side, curls away from Gaucher. Robertson for Ruhwedel. Takes it out to center. Ruhwedel curls back. Didn't have a lane. Now across the ice. Robertson on the left wing. He'll wait. Robertson. Ruhwedel holding still. Ruhwedel on the right wing. Now to Robertson. Wolfpack waiting for a lane to develop. Robertson, here they go. This is Belzile. His pass was knocked away by Gaucher. Came right back to Belzile. Spins away from Gaucher. Poked away by Gleason. Moving it up ahead is Avon. Has Gaucher. Right wing side. Back for Avon. Blocked by Robertson. Good defensive play by Matthew Robertson. And now he's got a little bit of space to control and exit out of the zone. He'll take it across center. Now curl back as the Wolfpack make changes. It's Mancini, Suis, and Bleed out there. Suis gets away from Tuamala. Now gets away from Abels. Trying to get around Andre. Suis had it poked away into the right wing corner. Andre pressured by Suis. Feeds Tuamala, who's pressured by Suis. Tuamala lost a handle on it. Left wing corner. Gets it back. This is Grans, drops it to Andre, up ahead, pass was behind Tuamala. This will be icing as Mackey wins the foot race with 17:25 to go in the hockey game and 40 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Just for the housekeeping purposes, it is 2 each to Belpedio and Fitzgerald for roughing it, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, and a bit of an unforced error there by Grans, as he wasn't under pressure making that pass off the wall. Ends up being out of the reach.
Suis will take the draw with Bleed on his right wing. Mackey and Mancini, the defenseman. It's chipped to the line, but between Mackey and Mancini, it'll drift all the way into the Hartford zone. But Mackey, by about 2 strides, beats Tuamala to it. Gets it to Mancini, right wing side, flipped out to center, off the stick of Emil Andre. And Helga Grans will collect it with 17:10 to go in the game. Grans across center, his time winding down on the 4-on-4. Andre, his shot stick to side by Domingue, comes to the right wing boards. Grans trying to work it down low. This is Andre. Gets it away from Mancini. Now finds Samu Tuamala, left wing side. His shot blocked by Robrick out to center, but Tuamala quickly right back on it. 3 seconds of 4-on-4 time to go. Tuamala enters in, right wing side. Simu Tuamala, shot blocked by Mackey. Gets it back, and Rodrigo Abels. He's pestered by Dylan Robrick. Loose puck, Hemilosh will chip it out to center, but Xavier Bernard there immediately for the Phantoms. Bernard off the boards, finds Brendan Fury. Pestered by Hemilosh. Fury will send it in deep. This is settled down now by Louis Domingue and picked up by Connor Mackey. 16:23 to go in the game. Puck behind the Wolfpack goal. Connor Mackey surveying the situation. Mackey has not scored in his last 16 games. Would love one here in the third period tonight. He's got 2 goals in the season. They came in back-to-back home games in November. McConnell Barker did not get a piece of this. It's icing as Gleason, about half a stride ahead of Decision, will send this back into the Wolfpack zone. 16:08 to go.
And to bring up Gleason, it was his first game with the Phantoms in this building, where he ended up making the play that sprung Tuamala free, where he later got that overtime winner. Felt like it was just yesterday. He had 2 Wolfpack players attacking him right in the near side corner here before Tuamala slipped away. I think he's quietly had a nice game on the blue line here, as he's another Condor. Him and Bernard, both fellow Condors.
This is on the right wing side, and the zone comes to Wilson. A shot, and a save by Domingue. It's played right back to him by Mackey to get the whistle with 15:58 to go here in the period. Well, Sean, we've talked about the festivities tonight, and this is one of the biggest crowds in quite a while here in Hartford.
Yeah.
10,074 in the house tonight. A great turnout for the 50th anniversary of pro hockey in Hartford, and you know, a lot of hard work went into this night from a lot of people in this front office, and on behalf of all of them, just want to thank all the fans for coming out tonight and the alumni as well. Belpedio a shot off Domingue and out of play. We'll get a whistle with 15:52 to go. And just to wrap that up, you know, not just the alumni that took the time to be here tonight, but the alumni that took time to film a video and send it out to us. And a lot of people made this night special. This is a special hockey market. You can tell they care, Sean, as Domingue goes to get his mask tended to. Hey, look at the turn. This is a hockey city, regardless of what people may want to tell you. This city cares about this sport. They cared about their Whalers. They still do to this day. And they care about their Wolfpack. And this is an outstanding turnout tonight. Just hopeful here in the final 15:52, the Wolfpack able to reward the faithful with a come-from-behind win.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I mean, you said it very well. And, you know, between the Wolfpack and Whaler alumni that were present today, the fans, I mean, you heard some of the cheers when these names were coming up on the big screen. Johnny Brodzinski got a nice pop from the crowd, of course, the longtime Wolfpack captain. And even the pregame ceremony, the energy was great. You know, in my 2 years with the Wolfpack, this is easily the biggest crowd I've seen, and the turnout has been incredible this evening. The energy has really been felt all throughout, and it just feels like they can blow the roof off this place with a goal and really change the momentum.
They would certainly pop the roof off this building with a goal, Sean. They've had some looks. They do not have a shot yet in this period. In fact, the Phantoms have all 4 shots. Domingue still getting some work on the mask. He appears good to go. Louis been good tonight. 21 saves. They got to get him some run support. Parker Gahagan looking for a shutout against a team that 2 years ago he was under contract with. Didn't appear in a game with Hartford, but was the backup goaltender throughout the Calder Cup playoffs while Domingue was in New York with the Para New York Rangers during their postseason stint. Belpedio will fire it into the Hartford zone. Picked up Harper. D-to-D for Scanlon. Out to center. Chipped in by Sikora. Icing waved off. Gahagan out to play it behind his own goal. Plays it up the board. Ginning. Phantoms have done a good job tonight, I think, Sean, of limiting the quality. Now it's a 2-on-1. Wisdom a shot. He whistled it wide. Gaucher bumped off by Scanlon. Belzile. He'll move it up ahead. Alex Belzile shakes off a couple of Phantoms. Now gets it to Harper. Enters in on the right wing. Harper, Belzile couldn't get it to the goal. Harper behind the Phantom net. Had it for a moment and lost it. Fished free by Andre. He'll look to send it out of the zone. Spins back to evade Harper. Andre, tons of real estate now with 5 gone by in the period as Hartford looks to make a change. Wolfpack do not have a shot yet chasing this game in the third period. They got to get going here, Sean.
Yeah, they really do. They got to get into the O zone a little bit more. It seems like when they're able to, the pressure from the Phantoms is evading any chances.
Lead couldn't handle that stretch pass. Andre will pick it up in the left wing corner. Run into by Blade Jenkins. His motor's been going all night tonight. Bleed Jenkins trying to shield it from Denoyer. Rimmed around the boards. Right wing side, Ruedel. He'll hold it in the zone. Now gets it. Robertson, a shot deflected wide by Jenkins. Gahagan looking for it. It was loose for a moment. Grant's tied up by Bleed. Now some pushing and shoving with 14:28 to go. Still no official shots in the period for Hartford. And Sean, one of the big things tonight for the Phantoms is, look, let's call it what it is. Goaltending has been a question mark for this team this season. It just has.
Absolutely.
But what Anne Laperriere's team does so well, they don't give you very much. You don't get a lot of quality looks against them. And that's kind of been Hartford's problem tonight. They haven't had a lot of quality looks here in the last about 20 minutes of gameplay.
I mean, this is a team that works real hard in the D zone, and we've seen that all night long here. They're deflecting a lot of shots wide. They're getting into those passing lanes. They're certainly sacrificing the body all throughout this game here. And the result of that is Hartford, although they have 20 shots tonight, they're not getting a lot of clean looks. Those high danger chances are coming at the result of some point blank deflections in front that Gahagan has been able to stop. He's come up big when he's had to tonight for sure.
Off the face-off, the puck will come to a Phantom, and it's lifted out of the zone. Robertson trying to settle it down. Granted, we talk about that, but it feels like Hartford hasn't given up a ton of quality either. Phantoms have probably had the better of the play tonight, Sean, but it's not by a wide margin. It's been an evenly played game, and lo and behold, it's a one-goal game yet again between these two teams. Ruedel up ahead for Bleed. He'll steer it over. Left wing side, Robertson. He'll exit the zone, dance around Gardner. Now gains the Phantom zone. It was knocked off the stick of Ruedel. Back to the line. Fired in deep by Robertson. Hartford has really struggled to get anything sustained going here tonight, Sean. After a couple of good shifts early in the second period, the Phantoms have been forcing them out of their zone. I don't want to say with ease, I don't think that's the right word, but with a bit of a swiftness to it.
I mean, you just see the way they collapse on the Wolfpack players when they enter the O zone. Even just trying to get a hard wrap around and try and find someone on the other side. It's a Phantom that's there to the puck every time.
That's out of the reach of McConnell. Barker, no icing, didn't have enough to reach it. Cheney wins the foot race. Gets it to Wisdom, cross the ice for Louis Belpedio. He'll fire this in deep. Domingue couldn't settle it. Gaucher, Wisdom, he tumbles down to the ice. Fitzgerald finds a loose puck, bumped off by Avon. Backhander, a riser over the shoulder of Domingue. And out of play with 13:08 to go in the period. Phantoms defending this lead in a big way. They have not given up a shot in the first 6:52 of period number 3. Wolfpack trying to find an equalizer, but they got to test Parker Gahagan. More on the other side of this timeout.
Nautical Bowls, West Hartford can be found on the concourse at the XL Center behind Section 106 and outside of the XL Center at Bishop's Corner. Our delicious and nutritious acai smoothie bowls are organic, gluten, dairy, and soy-free, are plant-based, and made with premium superfood ingredients. Don't forget to ask for the Sonar Bowl. Made with him in mind, the Sonar Bowl helps fuel Sonar up so that his cannon of an arm can stay ready for the t-shirt toss at every Wolfpack home game. Come try it out. You won't regret it. With 36 home games each season, there are plenty of opportunities to give your group a night out they'll remember. Bring your group of 10 plus to the XL Center to support the Hartford Wolfpack all season long. Whether it's a social outing or a birthday party, we have a package for you. Are you a part of a youth hockey or a school group looking for a way to upgrade your group experience? Visit us at hartfordwolfpack.com/groups. Again, that's hartfordwolfpack.com/groups.
Hi, this is Blake Hillman, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
Over 10,000 packing in the XL Center tonight. Looking for the Wolfpack to give them that goal that ties this game. He's Sean Dufresne. I'm Alex Thomas. 13:08 to go in the hockey game. Phantoms leading 1-0, looking to extend their lead here. Wolfpack don't have a shot in the third period as that puck is up and out of play with 13:02 to go.
And the Wolfpack not being able to get a shot this period, it's really been the cause for that has been the pressure applied by the Phantoms when they enter the O zone. I know I've said that a few times now this period, but it seems like they just are good at guessing where the Wolfpack players are going to be. They're intercepting the passes, and they're able to quickly in transition drive the play the other way.
Connor Mackey off the draw to the captain, Casey Fitzgerald, up ahead for Alex Belzile. Belzile turned over, but Fitzgerald able to take it away from Oscar Eklund. Good anticipation by Alexei Gendron. Pass way too far ahead of Belzile. Belpedio in his own zone. He'll bank it off the boards. Here comes Oscar Eklund. He centers it in front off of a phantom. It was Rodrigo Abels, denied by Louis Domingue. I don't even know if Abels got a shot off, Sean. It may have went off his skate.
I think it just went off of him, and then he wasn't able to get a rebound in time, as by then Hartford was able to recover.
A good reactionary save of his skate by Louis Domingue. There was no kicking motion from our viewpoint, Sean, so that goes in. It's 2-0. There's not really an argument there. Good stop by Domingue. Lead gets a piece of it, icing waved off, but Grans is there immediately. Sikora intercepts the rim around. Bleed to the blue line. Mancini keeps it in. D to D. Scanlon a shot. Save made by Gahagan. Suis was in front. Rizzo up the boards. Kept it again. Mancini. He'll try to get it to Suis. Now fires it down low along the left wing board. Scanlon there for the Wolfpack. Scanlon trying to leave it for Suis, who was poked away. And Rizzo will get it out of the zone. Now here's a chance for Andre with Tuamala with him. Andre, toe drag, wait, shoot, scores. 2-0 Phantoms. Email Andre, second of the year. And Domingue in frustration slams the puck into the net as the Wolfpack just can't find a way to sustain the pressure, Sean. And Andre tried that exact move last night. It was poked away from him. This time the toe drag snipe, his second of the year in the American League. And the Phantoms, the insurance marker.
And you just see how high up the Phantoms play when they're in the D zone. They really give the defenseman no time to make a play. And when there's a moment where they're really under pressure, it feels like Hartford has struggled to find the open ice. They try for just a short pass to a nearby teammate, and they're already being pestered by a Phantom, and then that quickly generates a turnover, and before you know it, they have men going the other way. And that's Andre wisely jumping in on the play as he was on the weak side of the ice there.
Oh, he's a talented player, Sean, and he's seen some time in the NHL this year, and he's a player the Flyers are excited about with good reason. Ruid will try to center it out in front, went off a leg and lifted out again. It's just, unfortunately for the Wolfpack, Sean, the first 8.5 minutes of this third period, it hasn't been up to the standard. They have just one shot chasing the game here. It's not going to be enough. It just isn't.
Yeah, we talked about how for the vast majority of this game, it's felt like it's been fairly evenly played, but you can clearly see the Phantoms are trying to put this one away as they've been working real hard in these first 10 minutes of the period.
Well, they've certainly won this third period so far, no doubt about it. It's not just the goal. They have really frustrated the Wolfpack offensively, and Hartford in danger of being shut out for the second time in 3 home games. They've scored just 1 goal since December 20th at home. It's not going to be good enough offensively. And it kind of feels like the script has flipped a little bit. The Wolfpack have won 5 of their last 8 on the road, but they've lost 2 in a row at home and 3 of their last 5 here, in danger of losing 4 out of 6 at home.
Certainly an unexpected turn of events.
Domingue will come out to play it, leaves it for Casey Fitzgerald. Wolfpack trying to find one here with 10:17 to go to get right back into this hockey game. Not out of it by any stretch, but they got to get going here. Harper chases it into the right wing corner, worked on by Ginning. Avon plays it left wing side. Mancini pinches in. And it might just be that goal that kind of breaks the dam for Hartford, Sean. But they got to find one here as Harper had it poked away, lost it. Here comes Wisdom, bobbled the puck. Mancini erased him, and Harper able to move it out to center. Bleed back to Harper. Van Harper banks it off the boards, looking for Anton Bleed. Chips it around Andre. Email Andre, the goal that's got the Phantoms up by 2 and in control. In front, Sikora, stopped by Gahagan. A great look for Adam Sikora. In front, and Gahagan, his best save of the period. Mancini separated it from Avon. Andre had it poked around him by Bleed. Anton Bleed pestering the young defenseman. Grans steers it up the boards. Robrick able to keep it in left wing side for the steer to the goal. Knocked down by Andre. He'll play it out to center ice. Knocked away by Mancini, became right to a Phantom. Oscar Eklund carries it in. Eklund will spin up, right wing side, trying to go backdoor. Went off the skate of a Wolfpack player and out of play with 9:04 to go in the hockey game. Email Andre at 8:19. Toe drag snipe, and the Phantoms lead by a deuce. We'll step aside on AHL TV and FloHockey and Mixer.
Fans, now you can experience the AHL like never before. Watch AHL TV on FloHockey. Watch HD quality streams of every AHL game, live or on demand, from wherever you are, on your desktop, laptop, tablet, phone, smart TV, or OTT device. Visit FloHockey.tv to join now and never miss a moment of AHL action. The pack is back, which also means that $2 drafts and $2 hot dogs are back for every Friday Wolfpack regular season home game. Catch these specials every Friday night at the XL Center until the end of the first intermission. Tickets are available for all Wolfpack home games at HartfordWolfpack.com.
Hi, I'm Bo Groove. You're watching the Wolfpack Hockey.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Shaw, the Wolfpack down by 2. And now time beginning to run out. 9:04 to go. They've got to get more pressure on Parker Gahagan. Just 2 shots this period. Not nearly enough.
And it was a nice attempt there by Sikora just a few moments ago that very nearly cut Lehigh Valley's lead in half. But again, Parker Gahagan, he's only seen 22 shots to this point in the game. He's been good when he's had to be, especially on a lot of those point-blank deflections in front. Those are really tricky ones to save, and he's had about 3 or 4 of those tonight. And I mean, we've heard the saying before, a confident goalie spreads to the rest of the team, and I think that's certainly something that's happened tonight with this Phantoms team, who's trying to get a little dose of revenge. Obviously, it's an important night here for the Wolfpack and its fans. And I know for the Phantoms, it would mean nothing more than to pick up the 2 points on the road here, especially in this game. And they've been a good road team in the month of January, looking for their 4th road win already.
Yeah, they swept a 3-game trip through Utica, Syracuse, and Hershey. Not an easy task.
Exactly, not easy games by any means, and they made it look relatively easy.
They're 7-8-3-0 on the road. They've started to really get their road game going here, much in the same way the Wolfpack have. Andre's goal is his 2nd of the year, 6-point. Elliot Denoye is 8th assist, 11th point. That's his 2nd assist in as many nights against Hartford. And Massimo Rizzo, who had a goal and 3 shots last night, gets the secondary assist, his 6th of the year and 9th point. Phantoms win would clinch at least a share of the season series. Each team's won 2. Final meeting is February 8th in Allentown. Each team's got a home win and an overtime home loss in this season series, with the Phantoms looking to pick up the first regulation win, as Ian LaPerriere's team has had a good bounce back tonight and has completely shut down the Wolfpack offense here in this 3rd period. Wolfpack, a power outage here at home, as Bernard nearly turned it over but got it to Denoye. Flipped into the Hartford zone as Tuamala is erased by Robertson. Ruedel trying to find that loose puck, but he's bumped by Denoye. Tuamala now back into the play, but couldn't corral it. Robertson picks it up, 8:07 to go. Robertson to Ruedel. Chad Ruedel in his own zone. 8 minutes to play in the game. Time a factor here for Hartford now, down by 2. Robertson tipped in Othman to the line. Wolfpack cannot get it deep into the zone. Ruedel tried to slap it in deep and off of Wilson and out of play. And Sean, this has been pristine defensive play at the blue line for the Phantoms tonight.
And they're not really having to move that much. I mean, there's just a simple glove down there by Belpedio, as it looked like Othman attempted to deflect a pass into the zone just to try and get some forechecking going. But you know, there as well, Ruedel tried a slap shot down and ends up getting deflected up into the crowd. And it's just been some textbook defending. They're not even making it easy to enter their zone at this point.
Neutral zone drop. Lecision and Gardner. Lecision wins it. Mancini to Scanlon. They'll fire it in deep. Lecision chasing after it. Jennings is there. He takes a bump from Lecision. Puck comes to the side of the goal. And Gahagan not going to take any chances. He'll corral it and hang on for a whistle. Two goals in his last 3 games now for Emil Andre. He scored on Tuesday night in Hershey in a 5-4 Wild win at the Giants Center. And now he's hoping his goal is put the Phantoms out of reach here tonight. Face off to the left of Gahagan. Gardner and Lecision will dig in with 7:38 to go in the game. Belzile steers to the point, but it's whistled dead. And we'll do it again to the left of Gahagan. We'll have to add on 2 more seconds to the clock. Phantoms will head to Bridgeport for a 5 p.m. puck drop against the Islanders tomorrow. They're idle. Wolfpack will look at the Springfield Thunderbirds in town at 5 p.m. Wolfpack pregame 4:45 p.m. on AHL TV on FloHockey and Mixer. And Sean and I will have to call the game shortly after 5, wrapping up this 3-3 weekend. Mancini, another shot block, that time by Fury. It broke his stick. Mancini keeps it in the zone, walks down left wing side, in front, Decision, no! Another chance, scores! No, they wave it off. Hoffman jammed it home. They'll wave it off. They're going to look at it. I'm going to assume here, Sean, the crowd voicing their displeasure. The face-off pointing to the left wing circle. Chad Ingles, Michael Zeiler, the referees will talk it over. We'll see.
Well, it looked like that puck was certainly loose. I mean, Gahagan kind of fell to his left side there. And at least from our vantage point, it didn't look like he had it covered. It looked like it was almost just up against him. And I don't know if it was Hoffman or someone else that was able to poke that thing free, but the net was off by the time you got the shot off. But I feel like that doesn't really matter if it's a defending player that ends up knocking the net off. But we've seen some goals in the past where, passes the goal line after the net comes off, but if it's pushed off by the goalie or a defending player, then it still counts. But I'm not sure if there's a grace period for that or not, as it felt like it was a couple seconds after it came off.
They're talking it over here. It's a lengthy conversation. I don't know if they're going to take a look. They'll say no goal.
I thought they'd at least go in and look at a video. They didn't even go into the timekeeper area.
All you can look at is if the puck has crossed the line. That's all you can really review.
Right.
Now here's the problem, and it's something I will continue to plead with until the American Hockey League probably hates me. We got to mic up the referees.
Here's a great look we have. The net does come off.
No, it's the right call.
Yeah,
no goal is the right call by that video replay.
It is just a crowded crease. That's probably as good of an angle as I've seen.
That is a great catch by the crew here in-house. That's a great job of the crew to show us that overhead, because that's the right call.
Yeah.
Now, again, we don't know if they've whistled, Sean, that, or if they're saying that they whistled it dead, if the puck didn't cross the line before the net came off, which clearly we just saw it didn't. The reason, what I was saying, we got to mic these guys up. We want to know what they're talking about.
That would be great. Well, I just like the hustle there for Mancini, as they've been giving him a lot of trouble at the point today. His shot gets blocked, but he commits to the play. He notices that a Phantom had lost his stick. He drives to the net. He's able to get something, and he initially fed Sikora, but Hoffman got a piece of that rebound just a little too late there. But it gives them something to work off of.
Face off to the right of Gahagan. Wolfpack trying to get within one. Here's Scanlon. Walks on the line. A shot and a glove save by Gahagan with pressure in front. 7:18 to go in the hockey game.
It looked like that was Gaucher just boxing out, preventing Decision from even getting a stick on that and allowing Gahagan to have a clear sight on that point shot.
What a year for Jacob Gaucher, Sean. He's turned his AHL deal into an NHL deal.
What a great story.
14 goals this year. Ollie Lixell is the Phantoms All-Star, but he's playing tonight in Philadelphia for the Flyers against Anaheim. Well, we'll see if they do get an All-Star replacement. If Lixell stays in Philly, my guess is he'll be their leading point scorer to Amala, but I got to think Gaucher has got a case.
I agree.
Delzeel steers it into the right wing corner. Hoffman chasing after it. 7:04 to go. Grant Patolni's been aggressive pulling the goalie. It feels like it's a little too early for that. Mancini can't keep it in the zone. That's kind of been the way it's gone tonight for Hartford, Sean.
Yeah.
Just not getting many bounces.
Especially right along the blue line. I mean, just some bouncing pucks. Tricky to corral when you're walking the line.
Into the left wing corner, trying to get free is Decision. Up top for Connor Mackey, back down the boards. It'll come up right wing side. Casey Fitzgerald's got it. He shakes off a man. Fitzgerald trying to cut out in front, couldn't get a shot away. Mackey a drive, and it's blocked on the way in. Deming, I think, there's a delayed call against Hartford here, maybe. Yeah, there's a delayed penalty call against the Wolfpack. Deming was heading toward the bench, and I think he thought it was against the Phantoms, but he quickly got back.
Not sure who this is going to be on. My guess might be Belzile, as he was tied up with Ginning for a long time in front of the net.
Touched by Korzak, penalty coming with 6:06. Well, there's two sticks in the Phantom zone, Sean, and one is in three pieces, so that might give you an indication.
They're going to call a hold here, it looks like. And I think it's going to be on Belzile or Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Fitzgerald's having the conversation. Now Mackey and Avon with a shove on each other.
It looked like when Fitzgerald was coming around the net, there had been a tie-up on the far post there.
Well, we're going to look at it. Well,
It looks like-
Gaucher's wrestling Jake Lecision.
Not sure who's going to go here. It was Korzak was skating over for a second, but I don't think he was there when that play happened.
Fitzgerald talking to
Really-
Michael Zyla, the referee, and there's
Really not sure what's
confusion
going on here.
No,
I mean, the Hartford door is open, but
it was a delayed call against them. There's no doubt about it. Well, Gaucher had a bear hug on Lecision, and
I mean, Gaucher and Lecision were tied up, and then Schinning and Belzile were going at it for the entirety of that shift in front of the net.
yeah, it is Belzile. They're pulling him off the bench now.
Yeah, I think what happened was on the.
Or is it? Now it's Korzak going to.
I don't know what's going on. I've lost. You know what? I thought I had it. Maybe I don't.
You know what, though?
I can't.
You've had it a lot tonight.
You know, I have been. I've been okay.
You've been good tonight. You've been good.
I thought it would be a hold on Belzile because it looked like he was wrapped up with Schinning on the opposite post as Fitzgerald was wrapping around trying to do a play there, but I guess not. Maybe Korzak was doing something behind the play that one of the officials caught as the arm up was the official in the neutral zone, so it might have been something closer to the blue line.
Well, now they're sitting with Lecision. What are we getting?
Maybe, is this a misconduct? I'm not sure.
No, they just got the wrong guy after all that.
So that bear hug might be, you might be right, it might be involved with that.
So now Lecision's going to go. He's not happy about it. Korzak's going to head back. It's a holding call at 13:54 against Lecision. First power play of the night against the Phantoms, and you don't need me to tell you, this is a must kill. If the Wolfpack want to get a chance to win this hockey game, they got to kill this off.
I think it's a must kill, and you got to match the energy of that PK of the Phantoms. You got to be aggressive. You can't give them time to make some plays here.
Phantom power play as Abels just flings that to no man's land. Here's the thing, Phantom power play, it's susceptible. 9 shorthanded goals, second most in the league, tied with Bridgeport. Sean, only Iowa, who's given up 11, has surrendered more shorthanded goals this season. So it's not as if they've been locked down on the power play. I can't imagine Ian LePerriere is going to let them get aggressive here. He's probably saying, guys, 5:47 to go.
We're bleeding clock here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Hartford had a shorthanded goal against the Phantoms in this building earlier in the year. I believe it was Berard that was tangled up with Grons at the point, and then he later turned into a breakaway goal.
This is Andre, who's got the goal here in the third period, and a penalty coming here, an undisciplined, bad penalty.
Ruedel's looking at, I believe that's Gaucher thinking, what are you mad at me for?
I have no idea what Jacob Gaucher's thinking.
He might have just been thinking the point man, Gleason, was going to take a shot there and was lifting a stick, but I mean, put a little too much into that, as that's gonna do it. Just a little over 30 seconds into the power play, and this is gonna be an ozone draw too, 4-on-4. If Hartford's able to win this, they have some ice to work with.
Well, that right there is what Ian LePerriere is probably saying you can't do. You can't take an ozone penalty. They were trying to bleed this game away. Domingue's going to head to the bench. We saw the Wolfpack do this in Score on the 28th of December. So it's going to be 5-on-4 for the Wolfpack here with an ozone drop, 5:33 to go. Grant Petolny going to get aggressive here at the 4-on-4. It's going to be Suis, Hemelash, Belzile, and Hoffman, the 4 forwards. Mancini and the defensemen, Schinning and Belpedio, the teammate for the Phantoms, with Gardner and Wilson, the forwards. Face off to the left of Parker Gahagan. It's 4-on-4, but the Wolfpack pulled the goaltender for a 5-on-4. It's worked already this year for Petolny. This could drag his team back within a goal. Face off to the left of Gahagan. Belzile will dig in.
This is a situation where it can be an icing as well if the Phantoms try to go long.
Susie's chasing right wing side, can't play it up the boards. Into the skates of Belzile. Alex Belzile's got it. Plays it back up to the line for Victor Mancini. Left wing side, Hoffman. Brendan Hoffman fanned on the shot, but Wilson couldn't get it out. Soucis keeps it in. Hoffman steers it around the boards. Right wing side, keeping it in is Belzile. Into the slot for Soucis. He curls back right wing side. Up to the line for Belzile. Now gives it off for Victor Mancini. Mancini walks the blue line, dishes Brendan Hoffman. Hoffman across Belzile. In front, Soucis deflected wide. Yaroslav Hemelash now to Hoffman. Banked off the left wing boards. Victor Mancini's got it. Gives it Alex Belzile. Drops it. Mancini a drive. Blocked on the way to the goal. It trickles off to Hagen in the blue paint. Soucis can't get a shot away. And it's whistled dead for a high stick with 4:47 to go. Bedlam in the Phantom crease, but the Wolfpack can't break the shutout bid. will step aside for the final time tonight for the XL Center at Hartford.
Hockey Happy Hour presented by Minuteman Press Hartford is back for the 2024-25 Wolfpack season. Ticketed fans are welcome to the Electric Boat Heritage Club at the XL Center 2 hours prior to puck drop for every Friday and Saturday regular season home game. Fans can purchase a $10 wristband to receive access to the Chill Zone, where they can enjoy an appetizer buffet and $2 12-ounce domestic draft beers until the start of the game. More information and tickets are available at hartfordwolfpack.com. Finding Connecticut is an independent and local source for information about the state of Connecticut. They offer a unique approach to local news by keeping you informed about the latest with art, concerts, entertainment, events, and sports in the state of Connecticut. Stay up to date with what's happening in Connecticut by visiting findingconnecticut.com.
I'm Casey Fitzgerald, and you're watching Wolfpack Hockey.
There you go. Oh, my goodness. That doesn't look normal. You should get that looked at. There's a walk-in clinic nearby.
The Brass Bonanza song, Sean, that is synonymous with Hartford hockey. Fitting in front of 10,000 plus. We hear it again tonight. 4:47 to go. Wolfpack on a 5-on-4 thanks to an extra attacker. But this draw comes out into the neutral zone, so Louis Domingue has retreated back into the net.
And I tell you, if there's anything to get the Hartford faithful going, it's got to be the Brass Bonanza. I mean, you heard the pop in the crowd when they fired that tune up. Of course, it's a great song. You mentioned synonymous with this city. It was their goal song for the Whalers for a very long time. And I mean, that song just screams hockey.
Wolfpack, Sean, will go to the power play in 41 seconds. Got to assume if they get into the O-zone that Patolni's going to pull Domingue again. But the Phantoms win the draw. Domingue's going to retreat into his own goal. Here comes Wisdom. With eyeballs going to the goal. Wisdom, a shot and a save by Louis Domingue.
Man, the Phantoms are so quick at just creating those dangerous chances in transition. It's just another 2-on-1 that develops out of seemingly nothing. And it's a very speedy group, and I think they kind of use that to their advantage. They could just out of the blue be able to create like that. It's certainly given Hartford some trouble tonight. Domingue's going to head to the net here.
Yeah, there goes Louis Domingue as the Wolfpack gain the zone. Belzile, Suis. He'll take it right wing side. Mancini, 6-on-4 for the Wolfpack as Lecision is freed. Mancini, Othman, trying to play to the point. Instead, he'll send it down low. Hamelage, Suis, right wing corner. Here's Othman. He walks, he waits. Othman holds for Belzile. Went off of his leg and in behind the Phantom goal. Andre will rip it down the ice. No threat of an icing. And that'll just about do it for the power play. Wolfpack about to be 0 for 2 with 3:40 to go in the game. A big clear by Andre, who's already got a big goal in this game. Othman across center will fire it in. Nathan Soucis, right wing side, can't settle it. Garrett Wilson, now it's 6-on-5 as Gaucher is freed. So that O-zone penalty doesn't hurt the Phantoms as the clock bleeds down to 3:20 to go in the game. This gets away from Bleed. Belpedio, Bleed won it back. Soucis, rather Korzak knocked down by Wilson. Kept in by Robertson, around Gardner. Korzak worked on in the right wing corner by Ginning. Poked up the boards, kept in right wing side by Matthew Robertson. Gets it to Dylan Robrick. Back across Robertson. A lot of traffic in front. Now Robrick, left wing side, walks in, shooting. That went off the face of Gaucher. Bleed couldn't get a shot away. Gaucher rushing back to the bench. He's stung. Korzak, right wing side. Now Robertson, shot in the traffic. Misses wide and out of play with 2:48 to go. Jacob Gaucher out of the box, Sean. A hard shot block right to his face on the shot from Dylan Robrick. Credit to the forward Gaucher there. That's not an easy block to make.
As this Phantoms team just continues to put their body on the line here, as Gaucher is going to head right off and get some work done there. As you know, that certainly cannot feel great, but it's just, I think it's a testament to the buy-in of this group that we're seeing, where they become so narrow almost as they all get into that shooting lane. There was 4 bodies in that shooting lane for Robertson. They're really trying to just shut this thing down, and all night long, you know, even when it was a back and forth game, it felt like Hartford, the high danger chances were a little bit spaced out. Of course, they were able to get some pucks in on Gahagan, but you know, they were situations where they were getting pushed into sharp angles. They were point shots that they were able to clear the shooting lane, so Gahagan had a clear sight of the puck.
Face off to the left of Gahagan. Just 4 shots in this period, Sean. The Phantoms have done an excellent job of locking this down. Got to give them a lot of credit, but for the Wolfpack, they just have not done enough here in this third period, the pressure. And in danger of being shut out for the second time in 3 home games and held to just 1 goal in that span. Puck pops to Gahagan. Now left wing side, Sikora swipes it down low. Andre takes a bump. Sikora trying to play it up the boards. Kept in by Victor Mancini. Gets it to Alex Belzile. Now Sikora backhander. Gahagan got a piece of it with his stick. Hamalash trying to play it up the wall. Here's Victor Mancini. He holds and waits. Dishes it off to Belzile. 2:22 to go. Now Victor Mancini holding, waiting, shooting. Off Sikora and out of play with 2:17 to go.
That's another thing. They're just not getting the right deflections. I mean, everything's getting up into the netting, being deflected into the corners here. They're clearly trying to shoot for deflections here at this point. Low, hard shots, and whether it's catching a phantom body or one of their own teammates, just nothing's going to the right place here.
Well, I'll give the Phantoms credit too, Sean. They've been in passing lanes all night. They've been blocking shots all night. That's part of this team's identity, and they've done an excellent job. And you know what? That's the identity of their coach. That's how Ian LaPerriere was a player. He was a hard-nosed player, not somebody that you'd want to mess with.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if anybody's relayed that message to Kirk McDonald down in Wilkes-Barre when those two got into it pretty good. I got a good laugh out of that, but he's a tough, hard-nosed player, a well-respected head coach, and his team has followed that identity. Hoffman toward the goal, saved by Gahagan. It's loose, and it's a very early whistle. The crowd expressing what they think of that whistle, but when the official loses sight, Sean, that's what you got to do. You got to blow it dead, and unfortunately, they lost sight of it. That's the right whistle, as frustrating as that is for Hartford. And don't get me wrong, it is frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand the frustration as well, as Jake Lecision sent that one into their own zone. The refs now hearing it from the Hartford faithful here, as there's been a couple close calls in the crease this period, between the net being dislodged, a high stick, and now an early whistle there. Hartford certainly not getting the whistles going their way in this third.
Off the draw, Belpedio will send it up the boards. Cleft down by Mancini. Couldn't get it deep. A chance to ice it. Here come the Phantoms. They score. The first time this season that a head-to-head matchup will be determined in regulation time. And Rhett Gardner, who hasn't scored in 13 games, doesn't care if there's a goalie in the net or not. He's going to enjoy that one. That's the dagger with 1:59 to go. And the Phantoms walk it down tonight, Sean, and will earn the split in this weekend back-to-back as they will defeat Hartford here tonight.
And I mean, you think about the goal that broke the ice. That's certainly something that you're going to have to look back to at the end of this one. As you know, it certainly wasn't a poor play by Hartford in any means. It was just the effort from this Phantoms team is what generated that shorthanded chance. And from there, it felt like they have kind of held the momentum throughout the remainder of the game.
Little surprised, you know, not for a lack of effort. This team, and Grant Patolni's mentioned it, this team's effort never sags, and this is a team that never quits. But little surprised they were unable to get a little bit more on Gahagan here in this third period. Borzak's shot deflected wide. Phantoms did a good job tonight, Sean, blocking shooting lanes, blocking shots, getting in passing lanes. What we talked about in the second period, one thing that was very noticeable, Hartford had a very tough time tonight controlling anything into the zone, and their rush offense was essentially negated all night long by a really sturdy Lehigh Valley defensive effort.
I mean, you even see right here as Mackey's trying to push it up ice, all 5 Phantoms are in the neutral zone. No one's retreating into the D zone. They're really trying to make a stand there and not let the puck get behind them. When they do, they have enough bodies there to quickly make a play in transition.
This is sent out to center. Ben Harper's got it. He'll go D to D. Scanlon fires it in deep. Rimmed around, the final minute of this hockey game. Robrick will play it across. Eklund will send it out to the Hartford blue line. Harper had it knocked away by Abols. Fired in deep by Gendron. Emelash is there. Up for bleed. Back to Scanlon. Now Robrick, only one thing left to determine tonight as Robrick is dumped on the right wing side. Will Parker Gahagan pick up the shutout? He's made 26 saves tonight. Hartford didn't test him as much as the 26 shots may indicate, as Granz' shot is blocked, and that stung Harper. He's in some pain with 20 seconds to go. Shot from Avon knocked the stick out of the hand of Hemelash. Pops in front. Wisdom couldn't get any wood on it. Wisdom working on the left wing side. Harper grinding it out here late in the game. It bounced up the side of the net. And Deming hangs on with a horn will sound, and that'll do it. And a disappointing result tonight on what was a great night here in Hartford. But the Wolfpack fall 3-0, Sean, and didn't do Adam Jennings. That's gutless.
I mean, he was barking all game.
Yeah, he's taunting Anton Bleed. That's classless, but whatever. Anyway, that's going to do it. 3-0 the final score.
And you hope Harper's okay. I mean, a block that late in the game, of course, he's going to play till the final whistle. He's hard as nails.
Harper breaks the stick on his way off, shows the frustration here tonight for the Wolfpack. Phantoms will take a 3-2 edge in this series. As the shot on goal total 26 apiece. Sean, some wrap-up thoughts here tonight as we wait 3 stars.
Yeah, well, we discussed after the first period, the vibes were that it was a neck-and-neck game. 2 very good teams, of course, and a Phantoms team trying to avenge the loss from last night. A Hartford team that, of course, is energized by this fantastic crowd that came tonight to celebrate the 50th anniversary of hockey in Hartford. But it really felt like there was a tone shift, there was a momentum shift when it was the Phantoms able to get on the board there. And it wasn't like there was a lack of high danger chances from that point forward for Hartford, but you saw a different Phantoms team once they were able to get that first goal, and I think that was the real difference maker. I mean, they were really locking things down in the neutral zone.
Here's tonight's 3 stars.
6, Emil Andre. Tonight's 2nd star from Lehigh Valley, number 17, Garrett Wilson. And tonight's 1st star from Lehigh Valley, number 31, Parker Gahagan.
I've got a chance, Sean, to briefly know Parker Gahagan a little bit 2 years ago, and happy for him as he picks up a win tonight. Obviously, not against Hartford, but a great person. Happy to see him earn a shutout at this level and earn a win here tonight. But let's quickly go through this, Sean. It just felt like the Wolfpack tonight just didn't generate enough quality chances. They just didn't make Gahagan work enough after that first period, it felt like.
Yeah, it certainly felt like even in the first period they were getting pucks in on Gahagan. It was an even first period, but even those chances, I think maybe besides a couple where they're able to cleanly get the puck across the ice for a cross-ice opportunity, Gahagan was there to make the big saves early on and establish a level of comfort for himself in this game. And we talk about how he has a little bit of familiarity with the Wolfpack, although he didn't start in a game for them. I'd imagine it feels great for him to come back into this building and not only get a shutout, but in a situation like the Phantoms are in, where we're seeing a lot of different goalies get some minutes here for this team. I don't know if it's enough to be called a carousel at this point, but for a goalie like Gahagan, who's just got 5 games to his name this season, that's going to put him to 4-1-1 now, and that shutout is going to do numbers for his save percentage and goals against average, which certainly look a little misleading as well. As he's picked up some quality wins prior to this game, one over Syracuse, one over Providence as well.
That's now back-to-back. He had that good game against Syracuse and follows that up with a nice performance here tonight as he makes 26 saves. All right, Sean, for the Wolfpack, not a lot of time to dwell on this. They're going to get right back to it tomorrow for a 5 p.m. game against Springfield. We'll see if Brett Berard comes back into the lineup, and if he does, if that provides a spark. What's got to change for the Wolfpack? Because, look, we talked about how good they were at home, but, Sean, they have just 1 goal in their last 3 games at home. That's not good enough. That's not going to lead to wins at home. What do they got to do tomorrow to finally get this offense clicking at home?
Yeah, well, it feels like whenever they've been able to successfully get over a hurdle that might be a little bit of a negative trend, like earlier in the season, their struggles on the road, they've been able to fix that great road trip where they went 3-1 to open the new year.
Obviously it's been their goal scoring struggles at home that's become apparent here as, now in their last 3 games, just 1 goal in this building. And, now you've got a Springfield team coming in tomorrow that's looking for revenge as well, as Hartford embarrassed them in their building on New Year's Eve. And that's a team looking for revenge. You mentioned Brett Berard, the possibility of him coming back. I think that could surely provide a spark in the offense, as he's had a couple of nice goals against Springfield this year. But, just one more time now against the Phantoms this season. This is the first game that didn't end, that wasn't decided by just a goal. And, it's an opportunity to go back to the PPL Center and have the final say in this series. And I think there's a lot to take away from this game for this team, who there's obviously were some bright spots for them. I think Domingue had some great saves early on, was keeping his team in it, especially in the first period.
Louis was good tonight, 20 I believe it was 23 saves on 25 shots, doing some quick math. He was good tonight, Sean. I don't think you could have asked for more from Domingue tonight. For me, it's got to be creating more quality chances, and it kind of comes and goes for Hartford. I thought the first 40 minutes tonight, we talked about it the second intermission, we felt if they could play that way in the third period, they would have a chance to win this hockey game. But 2 things. One, give the Phantoms credit for shutting things down in the third period, but Hartford's going to have to be better tomorrow against Springfield than they were tonight in this third period.
Yeah, and this is now the third and final time we're seeing Lehigh Valley in this building this season, and I could say personally the eye test